Yo, yo, Airborne. How you doing, man? Hey, Jampin' in. How you doing? Good to see you guys. What is this? Corridors of Time by Family Jewels. Man, he rocks. I love this guy. So I flipped around the stream setup last night. So your guys' job today is to help me out with it. And we're gonna go ahead. We got two cams to work with. And we got a whole lot of space.
Town indeed rocks.
How you doing, Lurks? Good to see you. Thanks for the 12 months in a row. So, today I may not even do speedrunning. Yeah, I may not even do speedrunning today. We're actually going to do a lot of, no back cam? I mean, there's no need for a back cam, no. I mean, how would you do one? The wall's here, right? So, I mean, this is what today is going to be like. Is like, I want suggestions from the community, from you guys, for what are we going to do now for, like, this new setup? How is it going to go? And I have left all of today to figure that out. So, hopefully you guys are ready to just chill, have a very vibe-heavy Saturday. We're just going to chill for, like, an hour, maybe more. Listen to music. We're going to talk about the new setup. Hey, Jericandra. Congratulations on partner, by the way. We're just chatting today. I'm setting up the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, congratulations. See, my cam keeps zooming and unzooming. Hey, Eric. Hey, Matt. How you doing? So I changed, yeah, no worries. I changed my cam yesterday. I took my desk here and the TV, and I flipped everything around 180. No, you're fine. I do the same thing when I'm get raids every once in a while. No big deal. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with this space. I don't know what to do with it. Like, so here's the deal, guys. Everything is mobile. I can move anything very easily, and that's the point. You guys are gonna help me out today. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do with all this stuff? Because everything can be moved. No problem. Everything is on casters. We can slide stuff around and play around with the different camera angles. But the most important thing that we're gonna do today, that I've been delaying and I really want to do, is we need to get the mic set up and finished. So we're going to do the mic compressor equalizer. We're going to watch a tutorial, actually, that Pan Glacial provided. I have another one from Rooney Boy today, too. And so I've got two tutorials to finalize setting up the mic. Yeah, you wouldn't put it directly behind me. It's not directly behind me. That's what I want help from you guys with, is like, I'm not used to a front-facing cam. Right? Today's the first day of my life that I've considered, like, what to do with the background of a front-facing cam, right? So I need help from people who are more experienced with, like, you know, which side, which we can obviously go from either side. This one's on top of my monitor here. This one's on a tripod. So this one over here, I can just move around anytime we want to, like, fuck with stuff, right? You know, we can just move it. Yeah, we're on the Frieza chapter. So, like, you know, if we want to, like, try out that corner, this corner, like, it doesn't matter. We can just kind of move stuff around today. You'd also not put the camera on the same side that the mic boom arm is on. So that means it should be on this side. That's this side over here. And that's actually this camera. You tend to like the mic arm not blocking you, yeah. So I think then that means I need to put this one on a tripod. Yeah. So this is the better side. This is exactly the help I wanted, guys. So I really appreciate this. So I think what I should do then is put this mic on a tripod so I can move it, because right now it's just on top of the monitor. And if I put it on a tripod, we can have a little more range. Does that sound smart? Let's try that. Let's just make this cam. Let's just try that. Donkey Kong sticker See here, the one issue is it's not bad, but it's like a little bit behind the desk. Am I able to switch the boom arm to the other side? Yeah, I can. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I can move the desk. This desk can be moved anywhere. This is a big room. So I can slide the desk that way. So that's another option too. But yeah, I can move the boom arm to the side if you guys. You know what though? I mean, that's a long ways away. That is one problem. Is like that is my desk is so big, Matt, that I don't know if the boom arm will make it, dog. Let me measure this fucking thing and see. I mean, basically 40 inches. Yeah. It's too far. I would need a bigger boom arm, actually. You'd start with where you want the desk, place the desk where you want it to be, and then we can build around it. Yeah. So we're gonna get to that today. But I think the first thing we should do is set up the mic equalizer. That's gonna be the most productive thing today. Different studio. Well, no, this is the same as yesterday. Everything's just reversed. I just flipped everything around from yesterday. So the first thing that I want to do today is we're going to watch a tutorial together. Today's going to be like a setup day. Hope you guys are just ready for it. So we've had this mic now for about a month, and I haven't set up the compressor, the equalizer, and there's something else I need to do. So Panglacial dropped a nice video for me in chat here that I am going to watch with you guys. I have another one that Rooney Boy gave me too.
Alright guys, hands up if you are the kind of person who has spent hours and hours on the visual side of your stream, making sure everything is perfectly aligned, your camera is set up properly, your alerts and your overlays, but when it comes to the audio side of your stream, all you've done is plugged in your microphone and added it to your streaming software.
That is literally me.
I'm a culprit of this myself.
Yeah,
I often spend far too much time on the visual side rather than the audio. But why is that? Why do we settle for good enough when it comes to audio, when actually just spending 10 to 15 minutes on your audio setup once can make a massive difference to your stream? Well, settle no more, because in this video we're going to be going through 5 steps that you can implement today with your current microphone that can massively improve the audio for your live streams.
We are going to do this, guys. Whatever this is, step by step.
Alright, so step 1 is all about microphone positioning, making all the
So, I guess the first thing is, like, how does my mic sound? I kind of need to know, like, how I sound to know how I'm going to end up and how it's going to be different, right? So here, let me actually, like, bring up the sound tester. Sound settings. So here, you can hear your own sound. Start test. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Okay, sounds a little loud too. What happens if I want to hear what happens if I whisper, and what happens if I yell? So straight up, be careful. I'm gonna yell here. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. You know, that was actually not bad. Hey, Snow, how you doing? Okay, I'm gonna yell now. Ready? Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Sorry. I am so sorry. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's definitely peaking, but not like that bad. That was actually not as bad as I thought that would be. Okay, so with that in mind of how it sounds, that's some good yelling. Yeah, that was a full-throated yell there.
Changes in the physical environment to actually give your microphone the best chances of picking up a clean signal. Now, most microphones nowadays come with a built-in or attachable desk stand, which is super convenient, but will actually leave the microphone pretty far away from your mouth, meaning you have to crank the gain to be able to get a decent audio level. Not only that, but these stands encourage you to position your microphone kind of close to noises like your keyboard and your mouse, which are typically noises you want to avoid hearing on your stream. So what I'd recommend doing instead
Hey,
is
Celtic, how
a
you
boom
doing?
arm, which can attach to your desk
Good to
and
see
your
you.
microphone, and then you can use that
We
to
do,
raise
we
the
are,
microphone
yeah.
up.
That's
off
my
the
mic.
desk,
That's my
away
exact
from
mic.
those noises
And my
closer
exact
to your
boom
mouth.
arm.
I use the Rode PSA 1 microphone arm, which is pretty universally popular, and
Yeah.
it does work well for a whole handful of different microphone weights, but it is quite expensive at about $100, so you don't need to
I have the One Plus. I have the better one.
go and spend that much. I actually used one of these for about 2 or 3 years, which is just a cheap microphone arm from Amazon. The
That's literally what I use before I upgrade. I am this guy. I am literally this guy.
only real issue I'd say with these is these exposed springs can be a little bit noisy if you're adjusting them while streaming, but they certainly do the job for a good couple of years.
Why
So
does
now
it
your
not say
microphone
I'm
is
live on
hopefully
Twitch?
raised off of your desk, and you can position it closer to your mouth.
My
But just
create
how
my
close to our mouth
stream
do you actually
manager
want to
doesn't
position
show
it? Well,
any
the boring
viewers.
answer is it
Wonder why that
completely
is.
depends on your microphone, but a good starting point is usually about 3 to 6 inches between the
Are
microphone
you guys on
capsule
Twitch? I'm
and your
live, right?
mouth. As a general guide, I tend to set up my microphones with
Just checking. You guys are all on Twitch. I can see Matt. You're on Twitch. I'm multi-streaming today, by the way. You can watch me on YouTube. Can we verify that? Am I live on YouTube? So I went. Hold on. You thought it was your computer for a sec? Is there an issue here? What's going on? First of all, I want to check my channel. I should be live on both today. As of yesterday, I actually tested it out. I went live for like 10 seconds. And it looked like it was working. Yeah, so I am live on YouTube.
For a sec? Is there an issue?
Okay, fantastic.
What's going on?
But why am I not live on Twitch?
First of all, I want to check my channel. I should be live on both.
So, let's see here. Wait, I'm not live? How are you guys watching me and responding? I don't understand. Wait, I'm really confused. How are you guys all watching me? It doesn't show me I'm live. So what's going on here? Now, what do you mean by you thought it was your computer? I don't understand. You thought what? I'm getting a weird lack of information here from my chat. All I'm trying to figure out is what does it look like on your guys' end here? Because I'm showing I'm not live. So how are you guys here? Earth to chat? Any comments? Chat? Hi. Hello? Am I still live on YouTube? Am I still live on YouTube? Looks like I am actually, aren't I? Am I still live on YouTube? Yes, I am. Wow, what the fuck? So I am live on YouTube and not Twitch. I have tried to end my stream and OBS refuses to end it. Looks like I am actually. It's a permanent stopping stream ... This is cursed. And it won't let me stop the YouTube stream. Wow, what the fuck? So I am live on YouTube and not Twitch. I have tried to end my stream and OBS refuses to end it. What is going on here? It's a permanent stopping stream ... Authorize? Hold on. And it won't let me stop the YouTube stream. Wow, what the fuck? So I am live on YouTube and not Twitch. I have tried Authorize? And it won't let me stop the YouTube stream. We're back. I just rebooted Twitch and YouTube, but like just chatting. So and gone? Yeah, what the fuck, gone? Man? Yeah, what the fuck, man? No, I'm live. Yeah, we're okay. I just rebooted Twitch and YouTube. I'm live. Like, hey, Pine, how you doing, man? You're on YouTube. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Pine, how you doing, man? Hold on, I need to mute that. I'm live. And mute YouTube. So this is really weird. I don't understand. So first of all, Twitch dropped. Let's just start with that. Twitch dropped, and then YouTube was still going. I didn't get any notification that Twitch dropped, actually. I just had to find out because you guys weren't responding. And I was like, what's going on here? Hi, chat. So I eventually realized you guys, like, the stream was dead. So I tried to stop my stream on OBS. It is still trying to stop my stream. It is literally saying stopping stream ... It's grayed out and it won't end OBS's stream. It's permanently trying to stop. YouTube was still going. Twitch wasn't. I have no explanation for what's going on right now. And it is still trying to end my stream right now. And it has for like 5 minutes. So I don't know what to do. This is really weird. I updated OBS last night. And when I updated it, I hadn't updated it for like 2 years. Yeah, it's disconnecting from Twitch. That's 100% what's happening. But Twitch is still accepting the feed. Yeah. But by the way, Pine, good to see you on YouTube there. Yeah, we're having some technical. Today's going to be a stream setup day, Dave. Good to see you. And apparently, so what I'm concerned about is just trying to stop my stream according to OBS. Yeah, I think I have no choice but to reboot. The problem is this going to happen every day of my life now? Like, I updated OBS, and I had refused updates for like a year and a half, guys. And when I finally did it, it did like 3 entire updates of like 3 new iterations of OBS. So, you know, when that happens, you definitely are like, okay, what am I in for today? What broke? What is not going to work? What am I going to have to figure out, troubleshoot, I think. And I think I've encountered the first. Like, what the fuck is going on here? So, one thing that I don't know about, Matt, you are a streamer, right? So, for example, are you used to this new multi-streaming OBS setup? I want to show you, how do you just capture your general stream? How do you just capture your, how do I just show you my display here? How do I just show you this? Because I just want to show you OBS here. But how do I capture OBS? Like just what's on my monitor. What option is that? It's a window capture, but it doesn't let me capture OBS for some reason. How you doing, Rufu? Good to see you. Here, let's get some tunes going. So when I do a new window capture, The options I have are not OBS. Can I just select the monitor feed? Yeah, how do you do that? I've never done that. I don't see a monitor option. Nothing says monitor. That's what I'm trying to do. But I have browser, color, display capture, game capture, image slideshow, media scene, text, video capture device, window capture. Da-na-na-na. And okay, it's still trying to stop my stream. This is hilarious. I'm actually not sure what to do about this. Where was I, first of all? Okay, I was trying to capture this, that's right. And it's not letting me. Here, I'm just gonna take a snip or something. Matt, you're on Discord, right? I'm gonna drop this on Discord. So here, this is what I'm looking at right now. And what I can't figure out is what needs to be turned on here. So like in my multi-streaming feature, I have, oh, well, you guys, I guess, can see this here actually. So here, this is what I can't figure out. What needs to be on here? So OBS setting Twitch, P-Town Rocks default canvas. I don't understand what this is. This is new to me, and I have no idea what to do with this stuff. Well, I mean, you're seeing it here. We've solved the solution. It's fine. I just don't understand here. You use Restream for YouTube and Twitch dual streaming, so you don't use the native software. I used to use Restream too, and I found it really irritating. Because it's like you have to do a whole other thing for setup. It's like a whole other application. So I was very much looking forward to just natively doing it in OBS the right way. Yeah, it's incredibly irritating. I would not recommend Restream to anybody. And it's why I don't stream on YouTube anymore, because I found it so irritating I stopped doing it. So I would not recommend that. But maybe I am realizing I need to literally start with a tutorial on how to use the new OBS instead of trying to work on my mic. And that's actually my starting point, as I don't even understand how to use this stuff yet. That may be what I'm discovering here. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm gonna drop the stream, guys, and I'm gonna bring it right back. But I need to figure out what's wrong with OBS. It's just like stopping stream permanently. So BRB in a sec, and then we'll kind of figure out what to do here. All right, mic check, mic check. I am back. Are you guys there too? Okay, I am live on YouTube. I am live on Twitch. Okay. Yes, I am. Let's just chill for a sec. Let's see here. Is it gonna crash? Twitch is buffering hardcore, dude. So there's an issue going on with Twitch. Okay. Did I close out OBS? I stopped streaming and started streaming. Well, I don't even know what you mean by close out OBS. I closed it down and rebooted it, yeah. So I am live on YouTube and it looks fine. Things look okay on Twitch now? Okay. However, when I load Twitch, I can't watch my stream. It buffers permanently in 1080p. Well, now it's fine, actually. Okay. So now now it's okay. But I find I can't watch it at 1080p. I'm watching it through just a browser. Because I need to know it's working on both. I have like YouTube and Twitch open. That's weird. I feel like my videos or my graphics card is not working correctly, or so for some reason still. But all right, we fixed the streaming issue. I have solved the OBS settings actually. The top OBS setting is permanently on. It's not something I can even toggle, so that's correct. The YouTube, it looks like, is correct too. I just have 2 YouTube canvases, I guess, and I just pick which one I want to use. Let's not worry about that right now. We're focused on stream setup, so let's not get lost in the weeds here. So, the purpose of today was, before we all got sidetracked big time there, setting up the mic. So we need to get started on something productive now, so let's do that. And we can put this whole multi-streaming behind us. And so let's take it away on the stream setup here that we were watching. Okay.
Between 4 to 8 fingers of width between the microphone capsule and my mouth, and then I'll listen back to a recording and see how that sounds. If you're too close to the microphone, you're going to hear some unwanted mouth noise like salivating and breathing, and if you're too far away, you're going to get more of that room noise and reverberation and less low end from your voice. Another microphone positioning tip is that you'll want to have your microphone off axis so that you're actually speaking past the mic rather than directly into it, because this will help with plosives, the P and B words that blow a lot of air into the microphone.
Plosives? Is that what you call those?
Past the mic instead. This
Never
will
heard
definitely
that.
help with those, and it'll also help your audience be able to see your mouth rather than it being covered by a microphone. If you're still struggling with plosives, even after moving your microphone off axis, you might want to invest in a pop filter or windscreen. They come in all different shapes and sizes, some designed for specific mics and some that are more general that just attach to your boom arm. But these will disperse the large sound waves before they cause distortion, and they're pretty cheap. I think this cost me the equivalent of about $6 or $7 on Amazon. Whilst we're on the topic of microphone positioning, if you are streaming with a microphone that has multiple different polar patterns selectable, like the Blue Yeti or the HyperX Quadcast, please make sure that you have set it to the cardioid pickup pattern, which is the one that looks like an upside down heart, and make sure you're talking into the front of the capsule. Seriously, the number of streamers I see still talking into the top of the Blue Yeti, it gives me nightmares. Right,
Yeah.
so microphone
That was me,
positioning
I think,
then.
for a while.
Let's jump into the fun stuff over on the PC.
There we go.
So
This
I'm
is what I
using
want.
the Elgato Wave 3, probably my favorite USB microphone right now, but this process will work for any microphone that you're using for streaming. We followed the positioning advice that we've just covered, so it's got a pop filter, it's raised up on a boom arm, and it's nice and close to our mouth, and we're speaking off axis. Before we dive into OBS and the filters that we're going to apply, it's worth noting that you do need to set the gain correctly on your microphone. So if you look down here at the OBS audio mixer, you should see your microphone levels changing. If you don't see anything down here, you'll want to jump into your settings.
You know, one thing that I also really dislike about this new OBS setup is it has, and again, this is where I would love to be able to show you OBS. I don't understand why it doesn't let me. You did say a display capture, right? But I think I tried a display capture. Let me try it one more time. Yeah, display capture here. Display capture for just automatic. Oh, and then I just picked the monitor. Oh, thank you, Rufu. I really appreciate that. So my primary monitor does that. How do I prevent that though? But it doesn't matter. You guys can see. You guys can see what you need to see here. So how do I get these vertically, not horizontally, not vertically? On the old OBS, these were horizontal, and they're so much harder to use this way. Like, they're so tiny, you can't even, you can barely see where it's hitting. Not sure if you can. Press the bottom. In the middle rightish. These things? Oh, wait, options. Like a hamburger. Oh, dude, you saved it for me. Thank you. All right, we're learning here. Rufu's our guide. Thank you, Rufu. Sensei Rufu. I appreciate you. Okay. So now that we've fixed that, I can actually see what is going on here. Let's go back to the tutorial.
/auxiliary audio is to our mouth, and we're speaking off axis. Before we dive into OBS and the filters that we're going to apply, it's worth noting that you do need to set the gain correctly on your microphone. So if you look down here at the OBS audio mixer, you should see your microphone levels changing. If you don't see anything down here, you'll want to jump into your settings, go to the audio tab, and just make sure that your mic/auxiliary audio is set correctly to the microphone. Once that's set, you should see down here the meters moving, and you want to adjust the gain on the microphone, so there's usually a physical dial on the microphone, to make sure that we're speaking in this yellow range here, around -15 decibels.
Hey, Collision, say CG. Sorry I'm missing people.
Our first filter. So come down here to the little cogwheel next to our microphone, click that, and go to filters. So the first filter we're going to add is a noise gate, which effectively...
Hold on. Go to the cogwheel? There's no cogwheel anymore. The cogwheel doesn't exist. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's just settings now. Maybe that's they're just that. Okay. Before every individual source had a cogwheel, now there must just be one generalized cogwheel. They've changed that too. Okay. So that I think you're correct there. Yeah.
Closes the gate. It turns off your decibels. Once that's done, we're ready to apply our first filter. So come down here to the little cogwheel next to our microphone, click that, and go to filters. So the first filter we're going to add.
No, that is not it actually.
Closes the gate. It turns
if I go to
off your
settings,
when
no.
you're not speaking.
Hold on.
So
I want to see what he clicked on here again, because that's not what I'm looking at.
We're ready to apply our first filter. So come down here to the little cogwheel next to our microphone. Click.
So my display capture doesn't have that here. He has this and a cogwheel right here. I don't have that. And when I go to here, I don't have filters. So I'm not in the same spot. Right click the name. Ah, here. Yep, it's right click the name now. Okay. Yeah, boy, you know this. So you've gone through this painful process already, I can tell. And there, now we're into filters. Fantastic. Okay. Great. Thank you.
That and go to filters. So the first filter we're going to add is a noise gate, which effectively closes the gate. It turns off your microphone when you're not
noise
speaking.
gate.
So none of that background noise filters through whilst you're not speaking. So if you click the little plus icon here, you can see that there is a noise gate option, but instead actually we're going to use an expander.
Oh,
an
expander.
Similar to a noise gate, allows you to turn off your microphone when you're not speaking. But the advantage is that there's an adjustable ratio for how much you want to reduce the gain when it hasn't hit that threshold.
Yeah, that's what it was,
for
Tash.
A smoother operation than the static open or shut noise gate. Effectively, what this is doing is just making
Here's what I'm looking at.
sounds even quieter. So when you're not speaking, your room noise or your computer fans won't be easily heard. So we can click the expander option. We can name this whatever we want. I'm going to leave it as expander, and we're going to change the preset from expander to a gate. Now, ratio, this is the amount of reduction that's going to apply to any sounds that are below the threshold. So 10:1 ratio, which is the default, that's going to operate very much like a traditional gate, where it's going to basically be open or closed. I prefer something a little bit more natural, something maybe around 4:1 ratio, but feel free to adjust this depending on how much you want to reduce that background noise when you're not speaking.
I don't really have background noise.
This is the setting really that you're going to have to figure out for yourself, and I'll help you through that. Effectively, what threshold is this is the volume at which the expander will no longer start reducing your signal. So any volumes above this level aren't going to have the expander applied to it, and all the sounds that are below this volume level are going to have the expander applied to it and reduce the volume even further. To calculate what we want to set the expander to, let's disable the audio filter by clicking this little eye icon here, and then have a look down at the audio meter and be quiet for a second and see where our noise floor is sitting.
So I have no noise. If I sit here and do nothing, it's totally, I mean, I'm in a room by myself. Like that must be for people who are in a noisy environment. Yeah, I don't have any background noise. So this might not be something I need to concern myself with. So like he has a little bit.
So
I don't even have any of
There
that.
was a little bit of noise.
Yeah, let me see. I want to see what he's looking at because mine's not like
and
that.
See where our noise floor is sitting.
Here's mine.
So you can see for me that there was a little bit of noise around here between sort of -60 and
Like I had nothing.
-55. Let's say -58 decibels. Now this is going to be a completely different level for you because it depends on the room that you're streaming in and how sensitive your microphone is. But you want to basically set the threshold around about 5 decibels above this noise floor. So for me, our noise floor is about -58 decibels. 5 on top of that is -53. So that's what I'm going to set my threshold to. Now, if we re-enable the expander, you should be able to see that when we're quiet, there is no noise at all coming through on our microphone levels.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Scott, how you doing?
If you find that there is still some noise coming through, then you need to up the threshold. And if you find that it's starting to eat into some of your words and some of your words are being cut up, then you need to lower that threshold back down. But around about 5 decibels above your noise floor is a great starting point. The attack and release times we can leave at their defaults, they are fine. And we're not going to add any output gain here because we'll be doing that later in the compressor. Next, we're going to add an equalizer. Now, this is going to allow us to shape our voice in a specific way, basically boosting and lowering specific frequencies in our voice to make it sound better. If you click the plus icon and have a look at the filters that OBS has included, you'll see that there isn't actually an equalizer included. So we're going to have to make use of a VST plugin that we can download from the internet to be able to add an equalizer. So head to the link that I put down in the description. It is at reaper.fm/replugs.
All right, guess we gotta look something up on the internet. How dare he do something like this to me? Reaper. Hey Scott, how you doing, man? Who are you on Twitch? I'm looking at the website. You can just tell me, you know. Replugs? Replugs. Gotcha. Oh, REA plugs. Gotcha. You would have taught you exactly this about your settings if I could just pop over. I wish you would. That'd be so nice.
And download the VST pack of Reaper plugins. Once they're installed, you don't need to
hold on.
Of a VST plugin that we can download from the internet to be able to add an equalizer. So head to the link that I put down in the description. It is at reaper.fm/replugs and download the VST pack of Reaper plugins. Once they're installed, you don't need to restart OBS. You can just click the plus icon and then come down here to the VST 2.x.
All right, they're being installed.
I recommend renaming this to EQ or equalizer.
They are installed.
Which filter is which. And then we'll get a drop-down list of all the different VST plugins that OBS has detected, which is just our pack of Reaper.
So let me start over. Where was he at here?
Plugins. Once they're installed, you don't need to restart.
I've been peaking, distorting a bit recently. Excited to hear you. Yeah, that's why we're doing this live. We're going to do it all together, and hopefully by the end of the stream, we have a perfect mic. So I appreciate all your guys' help today.
Start OBS, you can just click the plus icon and then come down here to the VST.
Yep, I have that.
.x plugin. Now, I definitely recommend renaming this to EQ or equalizer just so that you know which filter is which. And then we'll get a drop-down list of all the different VST plugins that OBS has detected, which is just our pack of Reaper plugins that we've just installed. We're only interested in one, which is the Re-EQ standalone. So select that, and then we can click to open the plugin interface. Now, the which is
oh wow, it has a bunch of options.
Renaming this to EQ or equalizer just so that you know which filter is which. And then we'll get a drop-down list of all the different VST plugins that OBS has detected, which is just our pack of Reaper plugins.
What are we using here?
Installed. We're only interested in one, which is the Re-EQ standalone. So select that, and then we can click to open the plugin interface. Now, the EQ is probably the hardest setting in this whole video for me to try and recommend settings to you, because it's completely dependent on your voice and the environment that you're streaming in and the microphone and so many different aspects.
Oh, great.
If me and you were both streaming from the same PC with the same microphone, the EQ would still be different because our voices are inherently different. That being said, I do have some blanket settings that I think are a good starting point that I've recommended to a few streamers before.
First thing I would say is I don't see these lines that he sees indicating his volume. I don't have any of that. Indicating it's not on or something. The equalizer yet, I think. For me. And his is like activated.
and it'll help you get started with your EQ. But please do play around with these settings and really identify which bits of your voice you want.
Let's see yours. So this is mine. Can you see mine? Well, you can't. Where'd it go? Hold on, where did it even go? Here. Can you see it now? There. So when I talk, mic check, 1, 2, 3, I see nothing, as you can see here. Which is maybe fine, but he is seeing things, and I am not. That's just my only point. So hopefully that changes. Let's see if that is part of the tutorial here.
Want to boost and which bits you want to cut out, because it really is dependent on your own voice. So as you can see, the yellow wavy line that is showing here is the current frequency response of the microphone.
Okay.
And that blue flat line is our equalization, so where we want to boost and cut different frequencies. So right now it's flat, we're not applying any real EQ to our voice. So let's make sure we have our first node selected and our first tab selected down here. We're going to change this to be a high pass filter, because we want to basically remove anything below 60 hertz, which is below the human vocal range. It's mostly just noise down there. So change the type from band to high pass, and then we're going to just adjust the frequency down to around 80 hertz, somewhere around 80 hertz like that. And then we're just going to narrow the actual bandwidth down to around 1.2. Next, we'll move to our second node, so we can come across to the second tab here.
Okay.
We want to just add a bit of presence, which is usually between around 100 hertz and 200 hertz. So you can actually drag the node here to between 100 and 200 hertz on the scale, and maybe just up around a decibel or so. So you can see here, we've gone up in gain to around a decibel, between 100 and 200 hertz. And again, we can narrow the actual bandwidth of this down to around 0.9. So the third frequency that we're going to target, if we move across to the third tab, is the broadcast frequency, which is typically found around 480 to 500 hertz. So if we bring that across here and we boosted it all the way up, you can hear that it starts to sound very boxy, like I'm speaking into a box. So we actually, rather than boosting this, we want to reduce it down, cut it effectively by a decibel or two. So to cut it, either drag down on the node here, or we can actually adjust the gain slider down by maybe a decibel and a half. And again, we want to reduce the amount of frequencies that this is being applied to something a bit more narrow, around 1.2. Finally, I like to add some airiness to the higher frequencies, which helps with the S's and general pronunciation of words. So if we move across to this fourth node here, change the
I need to go back a little bit. He's moving a little faster than I can.
node here, or we can actually adjust the gain slider down around 480 to 500 hertz. So if we bring that across
480,
here
500.
and we boosted it all the way up, you can hear that it starts to sound very boxy, like I'm speaking into a box. So we actually, rather than boosting this,
so I am changing it. I see none of these squiggly lines. I'm just setting it up the way that he's setting it up currently. And then apparently we're going to figure out why on earth I don't see that.
Cut it effectively by a decibel or two. So to cut it, either drag down on the node here, or we can actually adjust the gain slider down by maybe a decibel and a half.
Okay.
And again, we want to reduce the amount of frequencies that this is being applied to something a bit more narrow, around 1.2. Finally, I like to add some airiness to the higher frequencies, which helps with the S's and general pronunciation.
Hold on. Likely OBS needs restarting to recognize the plugin is your thought. Oh. Ooh, good point. So all the box here, look, you can look at it here. I'll show you guys. This is it right now. And you tell me if you think anything's not checked, but this is the enabled. Oh, that's just for like that. That doesn't enable the squiggly line. Okay. Yeah, but let's not go too far. Remove band, add band, remove band. Shit. Oops. Oh no, what did I just do, guys? Ooh. What did I just do? No, I don't know what I just did. I'm so mad at myself. I just totally changed. No, wait. It's the same as his. Okay. I thought I totally changed the setup. It's fine. You're right. Okay. Yeah, I'm remove what I added. Okay. Woosah. Yeah.
Pronunciation of words. So if we move across to
However, if we're looking at this, do we think I need to reset? Because if we do, I should just reset then. Obviously, I should reset the computer. Or reload. Should I reset the entire computer or just reboot OBS? What do you guys think? Because I think you're right, Rufu. Yeah. Reset OBS. Okay, so I'm going to drop it, and I'm going to come right back. Comp should be fine. Okay, cool. Thanks for all the help. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to do my best to not be like super high strung today. I'm really sorry. I know I suck at this. So thanks for just being patient. I'll be back in a sec. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Esteban. Hi, I'm back. Okay. Looks like we're good, right? Hey. Okay. So I'm back and I have squiggly lines. Rufu, you're quite smart. I like having you here. Don't go anywhere, okay? Here's what I'm seeing now. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. So I now do officially see squiggly lines. Okay. Now, I don't even know yet what I'm trying to do with said squiggly lines, but I do have the lines now that I rebooted OBS. Cool. Okay. So now that we've got that figured out,
to this fourth node here, change the type from a high shelf to a band again, and at around 5 kilohertz, which is actually where this node is by default.
So I'm not 100% sure where he was in relation to me. So let's go back. He was on the third, which I've already done. I've already set it up. That's the second. Okay. That looks correct. Hey, Rufu. This is the third, which I believe looks identical. Oh, wait, hold on. My
0.9. So the third frequency that
my bandwidth on 2 is way higher than his. I just want to set up like his, and then we start from there. I think that's the best way to go, don't you guys think? There, 140. Basically, C number 2, 1.0. Look at that wiggle, baby. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah, okay. Now, what about 3?
Target, if we move across to the third tab, is the broadcast frequency, which is typically found around 480 to 500.
Mine looks very similar to him, too.
Here, and we boosted it all the way up. You can hear that it starts to sound very boxy, like I'm speaking into a box.
Do I sound very boxy, like I'm speaking into a box, guys?
We want to reduce
box
effectively by a decibel or 2. So to cut it either
yes, I do. Oh wow, so it works.
We can actually adjust the gain
very
down
boxy.
by
wow,
maybe 1.5 decibels.
So now,
and again, we want to reduce the amount of
we're
frequency.
down to 1.5. This is more like him. This must be unboxy then. Okay.
Finally, I like to add some airiness to the higher frequencies, which helps with the
okay.
S's.
So this is the high shelf.
Of words. So if we move across to this fourth node here, change the type from a high shelf to a band again, and at around 5 kilohertz, which is actually where this node is by default, we want to boost the signal by 1 decibel or so, and reduce the bandwidth down to something around 1.5, so we're not applying it to too many different frequencies. If for some reason you're getting some high frequencies coming through that are outside of the human voice, but something like an air conditioner, we can add a low pass filter similar to the high pass filter we added at the start. To do that, we just click the add band button here, change the band type to be a low pass
so that
filter,
works.
and we want to adjust the frequency right the way up to 18 kilohertz.
Did you guys, hold on, why did we potentially need a fifth?
So we added the voice frequencies. If for some reason you're getting some high frequencies coming through that are outside of the human voice, but something like an air conditioner, we can add
I don't have that.
filter similar to the high pass filter we added at the start. To do that, we just click the add band button here, change the band type to be a low pass filter, and we want to adjust the frequency.
I'm not planning on doing any squealing like a pig, so I think we're okay.
And then we can just narrow the bandwidth a tad, and this will just cut out any of those high frequencies that are outside of the vocal range, but something like an air conditioner, like I mentioned. So now we can close down the plugin interface, and if we disable the EQ, you should be able to hear the difference that has made to my voice. And if you can't hear the...
So my EQ is active. So I should already be sounding different to you guys. So mic check, 1, 2, 3. I'm now going to turn it off. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. So it is now off, and this is the way it should have been before. Here I've turned off both the expander and the equalizer now. So this is like yesterday settings. This is the old settings completely right here. So this is how you sound P-Town without any kind of filters. Now they're going to be on. Both are on, and now this is how I sound with the filters on. So, how do I sound to you guys with the filters on? Is it better? If I speak really quietly, can you hear me just fine? If I whisper, is it okay? And if I talk really loudly, is it okay too? Sorry, that was really mean, I know. But I have to yell to like figure it out. Although I'm not sure I have that filter set up yet. But so the biggest thing I want to see is your mic band. I don't know what that means. What do you mean by the mic band? Really loudly sounds like it clips more. Yeah, you're peaking at a reasonable volume. Pop open OBS. So you want to see this. So are you asking like where is this here and maybe this is too high and this should go down? Yeah, so mic check. 1, 2, 3. And if I talk really quietly, it's down there. And if I talk really loudly, as loud as I can, that's about okay. So what do you think? Is this incorrect? You're a musician, so you tell me. That's better. I mean, I turned it down just a little bit. That's all. I just turned it down a tad, like. So that's legitimately better. Okay. Is the mic too close to? Yeah, it is too close to my mouth. So one thing that I want to get away of is like I've been having it in my mouth pretty much. I want it to be like an inch away now, so I don't actually touch the mic, right? I want it to be like here, like 1 inch away, right? Your normal speaking should hit the bottom of the yellow-orange line. The bottom of it? Oh, I've been trying to get it like in the middle of it. Okay. So here. So for example, this is now about an inch away from my face, guys. This is right where I want it. And if I talk in my normal voice, which is I suppose like I'm talking right now, this is my normal voice and the position that I like it, ideally. So would you recommend changing this at all? The middle is too high because I guarantee you get more intense once you're not doing a mic check. You're 100% correct, yeah. You think you're in a really good spot. So do you think this is it? It was just too high and it was too close to my face. And the mistake I was making was like talking with it in my mouth like a popsicle. Was that the main takeaway basically? So right now you're rock solid. Okay. You're not saying it's perfect, but this is a great starting point. Okay. So now that we have this as a starting point, now first of all, we're not even done with it. Maybe we should finish the tutorial. Maybe is what we should do. Volume lost is logarithmic by distance. I'd like to remind you who you're talking to. Like, you need to talk to me like a 5-year-old with this tech stuff, man. Logarithmic? So the point is 1 inch versus 0 inches. Is a world of difference. Yeah, totally. And 1 to 3 is another. Okay. So do you recommend I change anything? That's what I can't figure out. Are you saying that we're good and continue with the tutorial? I think that's what I want to do. Plus, it's going to pick up different parts of your vocal apparatus. Stick with
Difference
this.
when I toggled the EQ on and off. Then you need to put some headphones on. Honestly, Chris.
Is my mic different than the guy in the video? Yeah, it's different. But he says it can work. This is good for any single mic that you want to use. That was the point of the tutorial. Like, it's good for anything. Now, I have a totally different YouTube tutorial that is for, well, any mic as well, actually. Yeah, general good practice stuff, totally.
The next filter we're going to add is a compressor, and I've seen quite a lot of misinformation being spread about what a compressor does, but effectively all it does is it makes your volume more consistent by reducing the volume of some of the louder sounds. That's it. This is a really useful filter in your audio chain for live streamers, because if there's a moment where you get particularly excited and loud, you're not going to deafen your audience by all of a sudden changing your volume level massively by getting excited. The compressor will help reduce that loud noise back to a more consistent volume, but you can keep it sounding pretty natural so it doesn't sound completely robotic and the same audio level throughout. So let's add the compressor filter. We can leave this named as compressor, and I'm going to start by disabling it so it's not actually being applied to our microphone, so I can explain some of the options without becoming quiet. So as you can see here, some of these options are pretty familiar from the expander filter, and it's kind of exactly the same, but it's applying to volumes that exceed the threshold.
Yeah, it looks very similar.
Volumes that are under the threshold, as was the case with the expander. So the first option, ratio, this is exactly the same. It's effectively the ratio of gain reduction that gets applied to any volumes that exceed the threshold. So the ratio here that's default of 10:1 is going to heavily reduce any volumes that exceed the threshold. I like things a little bit more natural, as I've said a few times in this video, something around 4:1, but feel free to play around with 4:1, 8:1, 10:1 compression to see what you like the sound of.
So we're going to want to toy around with this.
As I said, is basically whenever a volume exceeds this threshold of minus 18 decibels, then the compressor is going to be applied. So the default here at minus 18 decibels is absolutely fine, as is the default for the attack and release as well. The final option here, the output gain, this effectively might be needed because when we enable the compressor, effectively any volumes
it looks like mine is good to go.
decibels are going to be compressed with a ratio of 4:1, which isn't a super heavy compressor, but we still probably need to add a few decibels of output gain. So let me start by setting this to around 3 decibels, which I think will roughly be about right. And if we enable the compressor, we're hoping to see that our audio levels remain in that yellow section. So you can see here 3 decibels was actually a pretty good choice, but you might need 5, 6 decibels depending on how heavy of a compressor we've been adding. The final the final filter in our audio chain is going to be a limiter, and this just has one sole function, which is to stop us from clipping or digitally.
Wait, there's a drop down here. Did he toy with it? I don't think he did, right?
Let me start by setting this to around 3 decibels, which I think will roughly be about right. And then if we enable the compressor, we're
you can pick a source.
Audio levels remain in that yellow section. So you can see here 3 decibels was actually a pretty good choice, but you might need 5, 6 decibels depending on.
Hold on, what is he looking at?
4:1, which isn't a super heavy compressor, but we still probably need to add a few decibels of output gain. So let me start by setting this to around 3 decibels, which I think will roughly be about right. And then if we enable the compressor, we're hoping to see that our audio levels remain in that yellow section. So you can see here 3 decibels was actually a pretty good choice.
So we want to look at mine and see if it's disabled right now. If when I turn it on, it's the same, and when I turn it on, it looks like it's about the same. Is this now on? So mic check 1 2 3 with the compressor on. Mic check 1 2 3 with the compressor off. So they look identical. So I think that's what he was trying to go for. So that looks correct. Okay.
5, 6 decibels depending on how heavy of a compressor we've been adding.
Yeah, it's difficult to notice during a mic because it's for like loud stuff. So totally, I understand that.
Just has one sole function, which is to stop us from clipping or digitally distorting our microphone. So it needs to go last in our audio chain. We add it the exact same way that we've added any others. And the only setting that we need to change is this threshold from -6 to around -1 decibel. So this basically means that if we get really, really loud at any point, we scream because we've had a great moment on our stream, we're not going to clip our microphone and distort our audio. It's going to limit it to a threshold of -1 decibel. So that's it. We've now completed the 5 steps to better audio: microphone positioning, noise gate or expander, equalization, compressor, and a limiter. If we disable these audio filters, you should be able to hear the difference, especially if you're wearing good headphones, between my microphone before and after. So I'll enable them again, and hopefully now you can hear that it is more consistent audio, a better equalization, and less noise coming through when I stop speaking. If you've reached this point in the video and you've enjoyed following along with the tutorial,
yeah, it's over the side of his face, kind of.
Let me know down in the comments what else you would like to learn in the streaming
He's not
world.
talking down at all.
I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah. So like I am talking down it, aren't I? That's what you would describe me as doing. Yeah, the mic positioning at the beginning. He's using a different mic though. His mic is a side mic, guys. He has to talk into it this way. My mic is a top mic, right? You have to talk into it this way. That's why I have it here. So,
before you skip,
are you saying it should be more like over here?
The only reason that this video or this process I'm about to explain.
But you can move it. Hold on, we want to go back to that. Okay. So like, is the position something you think that I need to change? And now, for example, it's like a little bit to the side of my breast stream. Give me a second to think. I think the first thing that I would like to think about is if I disable every single of the filters, what does it sound like? Like, that's what I want to know right now. So right now I'm going to turn and just angle it slightly. Oh, okay. So just like that. So just like that, okay. Yeah, tilt the tip of the mic to you. Gotcha. So here, I'm going to turn every single thing off. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now every single thing is off. And this should essentially simulate what we did prior to even starting the stream. This should like sound like yesterday. Although maybe this is This is a better position, so maybe that's a little bit better. But here, I'm going to turn them all on now. Expander, equalizer, compressor, limiter. And you can even do that a touch more. Your recommendation is go to the other direction than you did. Go this way. Because it's off cam and you can see my face more. Yeah, but I like that because it hides my face and it gives me some privacy. And fuck you. I'm kidding. I'm doing it while I get used to a face cam and get off my lawn, all right? It's the only reason I'm doing it. I can hide behind it for a couple days more, okay? However, when I'm more used to it, I will do this, Mana, for you, okay? And I politely get off my lawn for now. Yeah, you just don't want more arm in your way. Yeah, it blocks my view of the screen. You're 100% correct, and it's been a problem in speedrunning actually. So when I move it here and I get more comfortable, that eliminates this cable from my view because I've been complaining on stream. This Shure cable here is in my line of sight and it's annoying. So you're 100% right, but until I want to, I'm not going to. Okay, fuck off. All right, so are we actually good? Now do an experiment for me if you would. I would love to. That is what today is for, experimentation. So try it low. Now hold on, did I turn all the filters are on? Okay. So what do you mean by try it low? Put it around the height of your, you mean like down? Oh, like down, you mean like down here. Try it down like, and then obviously I need to point it up to my mouth like that. So if I move it down low, where then it's totally out of sight, and then to the center, and then like that, that is also out of sight. And I guess I could still keyboard no problem as well. Yeah. So how is the sound? Like I'm looking at my OBS, it actually looks like it's picking it up almost identically as it was like way away. That's how you set yours. So as I move it away from my face, it still picks it up really nicely, actually. Boost. So like if I have it here, it does get a little bit quieter, right? So boost it a little bit. How do I do that though? What do I go into? Give it a little bit more gain. So give me some guidance here. I want to learn. Which of my filters do I... Oh, it's not a filter. I just do the main bar. Okay. So what you're saying is this here is what you want me to... Not this. You want... Okay, you want me to boost this a little bit. Okay, so let's just go a little bit higher then. As this is... And so let me ask you this. Now that I've set up... So there now that I've set up the filters, am I never going to touch the filters again? And am I basically just going to be touching this here? A little bit more, actually, you think? Okay. The voice should be in the low, middle, yellow on average. That's gorgeous and comfortable. And I'm talking about like a normal... Actually, honestly, I'm probably talking a little louder than I normally would talk because I feel like I'm trying to mic check, and so I am talking noticeably like a little bit more forcefully. So actually, I probably am going to be even quieter normally. You know, if I kind of like just calm down, I think it probably is going to be more like this. Is probably like the normal voice you're going to hear. And so how is the gain like this right here? If I'm just like really chilling and not even like trying to be forceful and not even trying to talk. We need more good gummy mic testing. Oh. What people don't think about is a lot of the volume of your voice is bouncing off the roof of your mouth and heading down and out. That's an interesting concept, actually. I'd never thought of that. So I have another tutorial, though, that I had prepared to watch, guys. It's this one here. Rooney Boy sent me this one. Would you like to watch it with me just to see if there's any more that we can learn from this and do? You learned it from the best singer I've ever worked with. Well, this is fantastic. Rufu and man, I really appreciate you guys. This is fascinating. Yeah, well, this is why you have a community. I can't do this alone. I need you guys here for this, so I really appreciate it. And I think for my own edification, it just might be good. This guy teaches a lot more. I've watched the first half of this one. He gets a lot more in depth. Yeah, Mana, you've been great, man. Thank you so much. I think we've already made big progress today. The next step after this, guys, is setting up the stream. We're starting with the cam, obviously the mic. We have 2 cameras to work with today as well. We have that one and this one. they're not identical. One's on a tripod. Then there's this one. So then we're gonna like set up the TV in the room. However we want to set it up. So like we're just getting started here today. So it's gonna be a day of just getting comfy and kind of probably not necessary to complicate your life more. I think I just want to
microphone, and
just
I'm
want to
gonna
like
use a
let's just
budget
watch a little
mic
bit of
just
it.
like this. You can follow along at home. First thing we need to do is go into the settings in the bottom right corner. You can use OBS Studio or Streamlabs. It's virtually the same exact process. Twitch Studio a little bit different, but you can do something similar. Then we're gonna go to our audio tab. The microphone I'm using now is the microphone 1 here. So I'm gonna add in microphone 3 the microphone that we're using, the budget mic. So I'm gonna use this Fifine microphone.
Hey
If
Mark,
you
how you
don't see your
doing?
microphone,
Yeah,
there's
as
a
of
drop-down
today,
list.
first day in like a
Unplug it,
year.
replug it. Make sure you
I'm
have the
resetting all
drivers
my
installed for your
OBS settings,
specific
man.
microphone. It'll likely be mentioned in the instructions, so check that out.
Now
and
you
start
can
OBS
go
Studio.
for the
But you see
ASMR sound
microphone,
more so.
fantastic. Just click your microphone.
But
hit
the
apply,
trick
and
is
go.
you need to
Now you can see when I'm
modify how
talking
you
into
use
my
your
microphone,
voice.
You can see the levels going
If
up
you
and
want the
down
mic
here
in your
for my
face,
aux
you
3,
need to
the thing
channel
that we
your
chose.
most
But now,
boring
in order to hear
NPR
the
guy.
changes that we're making, we're gonna go
I'm
with these 3
Bill
vertical
Curtis.
dots next to it. Click
And
Advanced Audio
this is
Properties.
NPR
go to mic
News.
aux 3, the one we picked. Then we're gonna turn audio monitoring to monitor and output. Now you'll be able to hear yourself in your headphones to make the necessary changes.
So
If you're
I don't
only
use
hearing
headphones
yourself
here.
through one ear or one speaker,
That's
you
fine.
can change the signal to mono with this little box right here, and that'll make sure it comes through both ears or both speakers. If you're not having that problem, you can
This
leave it
is
unchecked.
fresh
But once we
air
can hear
with
ourselves,
Ira
we're gonna click
Glass.
close. If you guys are wondering how I got this cool free overlay for OBS Studio, I'll leave a video in the top right corner explaining it. But let's go over one of the most
Yes, so
important
when you
things,
lean
which is
into the
mic
mic,
placement. As you can
because
see
now
right
it's
now, I'm
further,
using
make
a
sure you
desk
back
boom arm
off the
stand, which gets the
intensity,
mic
so when you get
perfectly
closer, you
in
have to
front of my
talk a little
face, which is
lighter.
what you want to get. So I'll leave a
And
link
be
in the description
really
down below to a cheap
ASMR,
one that's not going to break the bank. But let's actually switch to the budget
focused
microphone
about
that
it.
we're going to
Okay,
be working
gotcha.
with today. So
And
this
then when
is
you
the
back up,
microphone
you have
that
to
we'll be
make
using
love
today.
to
As
it,
you can see,
yeah.
it comes with a little stand here. But if I put it on my desk, it's way too far. You want to have your mic about 4 to 6 inches away from your mouth, and if you're unsure of how long that is, never mind. By the way, if you can drop a quick like on the video for the YouTube.
I think I remember the Capitol Hill
But you want
song.
to have it about 4 to 6 inches away from
I don't
your
remember
face,
the
which is why I
Capitol Hill
recommend
song,
getting a
dog.
desk boom arm stand. But if you're balling on a budget, or
I'm
if you're
just a
lazy
bill,
like
I'm
myself,
just a
and I don't
bill,
want
I'm
to
just a
screw
bill
this
on
set up,
Capitol
we're gonna
Hill.
use
I
the
don't
budget
fucking know,
option.
man.
Let's
What?
use this box. So we put the box on the
I haven't
box,
thought
and we
about
put
that
the
in
stand
30
on the
years,
box. There
probably.
we go. We got about 4 to 6 inches away
Explain
from
to me
Next thing
current
that's super
legislature.
important is make
Oh,
sure
gotcha.
you're talking to the right side of the microphone. A lot of beginners and even myself.
There's a song
are
called the
so far
Capitol
because you're
Hill,
not
like,
talking
Bill
into the
song.
right end of the microphone. You can't really
If you're not
tell
aware.
which is the right end just by looking at it. So you might have to look at the instructions, but you can tell if I turn it around and I'm talking into this end, thinking that this is the front, you can definitely hear it that that is not the front. Also, some microphones are an end address, so you have to talk into the top, which is a lot of the podcasting mics like the SM7B.
That's my
you
mic
talk
right
into the
there.
top and not the front. So a lot of people get
I'm
confused
just a
because
bill.
they see
Yes,
it and
I'm
they don't
only a
have the
bill.
correct
I'm
microphone.
sitting here
So
on
make sure you're
Capitol
talking
Hill.
into the
Yeah.
spot that you're supposed to be talking to. But now we have the distance correct, we have the location correct. Let's get this thing sounding professional. By the way, I think this is one of the best budget microphones you can get. It's about 50 bucks, and I made an entire video on it, which I'll leave in the top right corner for you.
All
Let's
right,
get
man.
this
Thanks,
microphone
man.
Sounding even
Good
better.
luck.
So right off the bat, I'm just going to turn the volume down just a little bit. We are going to click the dots again, and we're going to add some filters. The first filter we're going to add is a compressor, and what it's going to do
Okay.
is it's going
I just want to see if he adds any
louder,
different
and our
filters than I
screaming not
have.
as loud, so it's going to be easier on your listeners.
You might run into the
So we're gonna turn
legions heading
ratio
into the
down to
Toronto
4.
for the
We're gonna put
Germany
the
game.
threshold
Well,
all
yeah,
the
if
way
you
to the
do,
right.
good
We're
luck.
gonna
I
change
hope
the
you stay
attack to
alive.
2, which, oh my god, please. All right, I'm typing.
Sounds
and then we're gonna change
dangerous.
the release to 100, and then the output gain we'll leave at 0. So now we're actually going to stretch this window so we can see our signal. But
Okay.
what we're going to do now is if you see the signal, it's hitting right about the yellow, which is great. When I whisper, it's not even touching the yellow. So I'm going to
whisper is not even touching
and keep whispering because this is the quietest sound that I usually make. And I'm going to adjust the gain until my whisper is about in the middle of the yellow. And I think this is pretty good. So now I'm going to shout, and you can see that we are clipping
And when I
so
shout
fast.
is
So I'm gonna
yeah,
bring
not
down
hitting the red.
threshold
Okay.
and keep shouting into
So
my
when
mic,
I
which is
when
not
I
the
whisper,
loudest. I'm
guys,
gonna-
when I whisper, it is not hitting the yellow like his is. So does that mean I need to raise mine up? Can you hear that? First of all, can you hear that whisper? Or is that whisper like not even audible to you guys? So when I'm whispering, how does it sound? It's pretty quiet. Hey, Servel. So I should increase what he's talking about.
Keep shouting. I'm going to keep shouting. It's not even touching the yellow. Is if you now we're actually going to stretch this window so we can see our
The
signal.
compressor
But what we're gonna
output
do
gain,
now
huh?
is if you see the signal, it's hitting right about the yellow, which is great. When I whisper, it's not even touching the yellow. So I'm going to turn up the output
but gain and keep whispering because this is the quietest sound that I usually make. And I'm gonna adjust the gain until my whisper is about in the middle of the yellow. And I think this is pretty good.
So now I'm gonna shout, and you can see that we are clipping so bad. So I'm gonna bring down the threshold and
And then you bring down the threshold. Okay. So in my compressor, here, if I whisper really quietly, we need to raise this up. Oh, he's 100% correct. So now my whisper is at 18 decibels. That's better. Yeah, this is to increase quieter sounds. How does that sound now? It's working. Wow, that's incredible. This is actually incredible to me. So now it's down. And now as I increase it, my literal whisper that I can barely hear myself, you guys can hear fine. Wow, that is actually fucking wild, dude. I almost can't hear myself. Okay, and then, yep, when I talk loud, really loud, it's too loud, so the threshold now needs to go down. So now I'm talking as loud as I can, and the threshold, okay. So yelling as loud as I can. Okay. So now that okay, I'm going to yell as loud as I can now. As loud as I can. Wow. That was like a full-throated yell, dude. And did it even like sound any louder than normal? I think it should be up a little bit, but okay. Is that now perfect? Are we like, so that tackled the high and the low. Yeah, maybe ouch for you guys, but like, it's okay. It's just my normal voice. Sorry about that. Okay, I think that's like correct.
keep shouting into my mic, which is about the loudest I'm gonna be, and I'm gonna keep shouting, I'm gonna keep shouting, I'm gonna keep shouting until it's about just barely touching the red, so that way,
If I'm whispering, you can hear me pretty good.
and if I'm shouting, I'm not blowing your eardrums out.
If I'm shouting, I'm not blowing your eardrums off. And I'm not. By what I can see there, I'm not blowing your eardrums off. But you do want it to be noticeably a little bit louder, I think. So you can like kind of get the emotion, right? You don't want to drown out all the emotion in your voice, I think. But okay. See, watching this was a good idea. I mean, that just fixed the he goes more in depth in this stuff, like how to fix your whisper. So I think we came away from that with some positives actually. So let's continue.
But now you can hear that the background noise is getting so blastedly loud. So we're gonna add an expander, and that's gonna fix that issue. So we're gonna change the expander ratio to 4, and we're gonna take the threshold
It distorts but doesn't have the volume punch. What do you mean? Like, is that a negative change? What you guys are here for today is to tell me if this was a good change or a bad change. So like, if what I just did just made things worse, I need you to tell me. And is that what you're saying, Funk? Is this did I make a positive change or did I make a negative change just now? It's a good change. Okay, cool.
Phone's kind of far from it, but now
because it distorts but doesn't have that volume punch. Like I could have interpreted that as like it distorts my voice and doesn't have a good volume punch, but it's all good. Okay. If you yell, we can hear it in the mic sound, not the volume, and that's what you want. That's the good thing. Okay. Yeah, I was just sorry. I'm learning about this stuff. So we're getting there. Awesome. Continue.
I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to increase the threshold until I do not hear that anymore.
Oh, this is the keyboard sounds. Oh, interesting.
And so now you can hear that my...
Yeah, my levels go red, yours don't. That's the right way to think about it. Totally. Okay.
The red, so that way,
If I'm whispering, you can hear me pretty good.
and if I'm shouting, I'm not blowing your eardrums out. But now you can hear that the background noise is getting so blastedly loud. So we're going to add an expander, and that's going to fix that issue. So we're gonna
Expander.
change the expander ratio to 4, and we're going to take the threshold all the way to the left, and then our attack is going to be 2, and then our release is going to be 100, and the output gain we do not touch. So now I'm going to tap on my keyboard, keep typing. You should be able to hear that, even though my microphone's kind of far from it. But now I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to increase the threshold until I do not hear that anymore.
Threshold in the expander. Well, the first question is, can you guys hear typing? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type the Declaration of Independence.
There, I
Oh,
think
shit.
right around here is
Shit,
good,
shit.
but be careful. If you
Fuck,
turn the
no,
threshold too
come
high,
back.
it'll start
All those
chopping
buttons
down
were bad.
my
Holy shit. I'm going to turn my keyboard off and then I'm going to type
Bring
a
this
bunch of
back down
letters.
to right about
Sorry.
there, I think is pretty good. But every microphone's different, so just play with it.
So here, I am now going to shut my keyboard off and I'm going to type a lot, and you guys, we're going to see if we can hear any sounds. So here we go. So I am busy typing. I'm typing a lot. I'm like strumming like a piano the keys. So how are you guys hearing? I think the first question is it a bad noise? For some people, they enjoy the sound of a keyboard. Can hear, it's not excessively loud, but it's noticeable. Yeah, so that's good to hear. So I appreciate that. Like, I can see it on my OBS, by the way. Like, if I shut up, you can see what I'm seeing. And this is what he said to eliminate. However, I think as a community, guys, this is why we're doing this live together, we need to decide. Do we want to eliminate keyboard sounds? As there are people who really enjoy it and like the noise of it. So how do we feel about this? Is it something that's actually a negative? And remember, I'm a speedrunner. Like, you're going to be hearing like stuff like this. Right? It's going to be like this, kind of like I'm running. Now I got to walk. Now I'm doing a U-turn, you know? L1 up now, you know? It's going to be like that. Not a negative because it's so faint. Okay. Well, let's learn how to adjust the filter. So here we go. I'm going to show you guys how we're going to teach ourselves. If we want to fix it, how do we do it? So we go into filters. We go into the expander, and the threshold is what he was adjusting, right? So if I turn this all the way down, you can hear it now. I'm typing as loud as I can. I'm going to turn it all the way down now. Well, that's interesting. You can still hear it. Oh, it's turning the threshold up, eliminates it. Now you can't hear it. I was going the wrong way. Sorry. Now you can just see it now. Yep. So if I wanted to get rid of it completely, I would put it about there. As it is just picking it up. And there we have it. Now we've eliminated keyboard sound. So now I'm gonna type a bunch, and you guys tell me if you can hear anything. Okay, so here we go. How are we doing? I'm a typing machine. You don't hear anything? Okay, now, is this a net positive or is this a net negative? How do we feel about that, guys? What do we think?
If you start to notice that the beginning,
yeah, you basically heard nothing, and that's exactly how it should have been. A net positive, a net positive. Okay, awesome. Let's leave it. This is a good tutorial. We were about to not watch this. Yeah, less white noise, the better. Okay.
Especially with words that start with an H, like hug, then you can go to compressor and turn the ratio down a little bit, and that'll start to smoothen out. So that way, when I say hug, you're going to hear the full word and not the beginning part getting
hug. What is it he's saying is bad?
chopped off. If you're in a noisy environment, first of all, you're going to want to put a carpet down. Make sure you're not doing this on hardwood floors, and you're not in a corner or against some glass like I am inconveniently now. You can put some pillows on the wall, some real budget options, but just putting yourself in a quiet space is going to make a world's difference. But if you don't have that option, you can add the plus, and you can add a noise suppression. Click OK. You can choose one of these two. It depends if you have a good graphics.
I don't think we need that.
Have these options even. I personally don't like to
yeah, I'm in the middle of a room on a carpet. What do you guys think?
So I'm actually going to turn this off with the eye. So now let's get to arguing.
Yeah, he's not using it actually. Yeah, sound dampening. And I think the carpet in here solved that. So we had some issues with sound dampening for a while. But I don't think anymore that's an issue because now we've installed the carpet. I have a bunch of stuff, you know, furniture. I'm in a highly reflective sound environment. It's if you are, and you might want to use one. I don't think I am, and I have a really good mic. This is the SM7DB. You know, it's a $500 mic that we just bought. And I think that's something we probably don't need, but if you think we do, let me know.
To control your microphone quality. So we're going to be using what's known as an EQ, and I'm going to leave this link.
You don't hear any excess reverb or echo. Okay.
We're going to download the Reaper
I have this
plugin
downloaded. This is what the other tutorial said to download. So this is, we have this already.
Mess this up, it's going to be a headache. So just pay attention. So I hit agree, and then we hit next, and then our destination folder. This is what's important. We're going to click browse. We're going to go down to our C drive, and then we're going to go to program files, and then we're going to go to common files, and then once we've clicked on common files, we're going to make a new folder and call it VST.
Well, you don't need to do any of this.
Okay. And now you can see program files, C drive, common files, VST2, VST plugins. That's where you want it to be, so it'll show up in OBS Studio. Then we're going to click install and hit close. Now we can go into the filters. We can add a new filter, VST2 plugin, click OK. Now we can click the drop down. You can see that I have a bunch because I'm a music producer and I spent a lot of money on these. But what we want to look for is RIA EQ standalone.
Okay, so we did.
So we're going to click RIA EQ standalone. We're going to click plugin interface. And so this might look a little intimidating at first, but I promise it's really easy. The left hand to the side here, you can see when I'm talking, is the lower frequency.
Just make sure he does the same thing.
Is the higher frequency.
I'm assuming he
So
does.
If we take these little nodules, which are called bands, we can actually drag this to the left, and then I can drag it up, and you can notice that the bass in my
We
voice
toyed
is
with
getting
this.
more
I got
and more
very
bassy
boxy, too.
because I'm dragging the bass up higher. But if I go down on the bass hand side, the lower frequency, it gets rid of the bass. So with a lot of budget microphones, a lot of people like to add some bass, and it adds a little bit more deep of a sound quality without having to spend a bunch of money on it. So we can add a little bit of bass if we'd like. We can also add another band by right-clicking and click add new band. You can also add the right-hand side all the way up, sounds more crispy, all the way down, gets rid of the crispiness. So depending on what your microphone sounds like, you can play this to ear and make it sound as good as you want it to. And if you happen to mess up and you don't know what to do, you can right-click, reset all bands to 0, and you start fresh there.
You think he meant node, not nodule? Yeah.
So watch this video to the side of me. It's going to help you so much with your streaming.
Is that
journey.
it?
My name's Cody, and I'll see you in the next one.
You know what, Cody? That was really good. I was about to not watch you, but that was actually helpful. Thank you very much. Hey. We're making progress here today, guys. Let's fucking go. So, I guess the next progress to make is the setup now. Are we done? Are we done with the mic? Are you guys happy? Was this a success? 10 out of 10? We fucking crushed it? Mic is great. Okay. So now the question, the next part of the setup becomes, what do we do with the setup? So I have this desk. I have this big space. I have the cat tree. I have the TV. And I have the fireplace. Everything in here is very mobile. And we can move anything around, right? I can take this and slide it way closer to that wall so we get rid of the window. That's the first thing that I think probably should happen. And then in doing so, it probably maybe gives more room for the TV and the fireplace behind me. So the next question I think is, where do we want to position the cam? Should it be off to the left side or the right side? I don't even know how to consider thinking about what side you want to put it on. Yeah, thank you, Alpha. I really appreciate that. We just spent about an hour working on it, so I'm glad it sounds great. Is there a generally accepted idea of what side of you want your cam on? As I don't really know. I'll show you guys like the two sides of the cam. I mean, first of all, you're looking at two cams right now. It's not the same one. So we can have two. We can have one on each side and decide which side we like better, I suppose. So, for example, this is the other side. You think it would look better in a deeper background? So wherever the mic positioning gives us that. So I could push the desk away from the wall. That's the first thing I was thinking about. So it gives more depth to the background. Do you think that would be a good idea? Shall we try that? I think that might be a smart idea. Let's give that a shot. Like, what is that gonna do? Man, that gives you a lot of background space to work with, actually. It's kind of an interesting angle. Also got to be able to watch DBZ while you're speedrunning. I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out here, is how do we get a cam that also works well with the DBZ? Because I have to have that for you guys. Ideally, I would really like you guys to be able to see my hands on the keyboard, to see me actually. You almost can here, huh? So this is what I was thinking about would be like the ideal setup, right? Is you can see the TV, you can see the fireplace, you can see me, and you can see the keyboard, right? Move the TV to the corner. I like that idea. Yeah, this is what you guys are here for. I want ideas. That's what today's all about. If you have any song recommendations, you're welcome to too. Here. Need more internet cable cord. All right, oh my God, I can stand here and it's perfect on OBS. You can hear me fine, can't you? Oh my God, this filter shit is amazing. You actually can hear me fine, huh? Perfection? Oh my God, this is incredible. So I gotta do new cable management. I did cable management, I gotta undo it. Because everything's gonna rip moving it, so give me 1 sec. Oh, okay. Different plugin now. That's what I need. I need the plugin here. So we're gonna shut down the TV for a sec. All right, getting there. I keep forgetting you can hear me from farther back, so that needs to go farther. You're thinking it should be like literally in the left side of the screen, like here, right? There to like there is what I'm thinking. You can run fireplace on TV for cozy. You know, the one problem is if I put it to the left, it ruins the fireplace, huh? The fireplace was all for nothing. I wonder if this is the new idea. The fireplace can maybe. What's the box on your desk? That is Abby's. That's Abby's new home. This is her little cubby, actually. I wonder if what I do is this. I leave the fireplace here and we use it as a display. We put stuff on it. And the TV goes over here on just a table at a height that is right at the desk. No, I mean, I'll get banned for that. You can't actually play DBZ on Twitch. This is the only way I get away with it. At least I don't think you can. I mean, don't you think? There's a reason why people don't do that. There's no DBZ channel on Twitch, right? Oh, we have some Christmas jazz music. Jeez. There we go. Okay, so there's the fireplace. Yeah, I'm just concerned about the TOS. So what I think I might actually consider doing is leave the fireplace behind me so it's like actually part of the scene. Put the TV over here. I have a different stand I can put it on. And then we can use the fireplace as a cool display for like game stuff, community stuff. I'm gonna try this out. So give me 1 sec. Hey, Katana, how you doing? Wall mount in the wall to your right. I can't wall mount these, the TV. I've tried 4 times. There's no studs in the wall, unfortunately. Anyone have a STRAM controller? You can now drive it around with your keyboard via the rumble feature like an RC car. Yeah, your DBZ. Here you go. Yeah, at the moment I have some IKEA tables. I'm just going to use like a placement, and then we'll decide what. I keep talking louder as I'm not used to like the filters yet. It's really funny. I'm like yelling, even though I don't need to. But okay, here's my idea. Leave this here just to the right of the cam. And this is going to be the background, the regular background. And then I'm going to put the TV here. Alright, new problem is I need a longer internet cable now. Okay, that is getting there. Dude, that is what I'm talking about. Okay. TV over there, ooh, this is coming together exactly like I was thinking of. It has steel studs. Apparently it's more energy efficient, according to the manager of the complex. However, it's very fucking hard to mount a TV in it. That is a fact. Here, let's get the boom arm out of the way so I can see it better here. Yeah, it is. Face it this way. Yeah. There we go. Now you can hear me again because it's faced the right way. Yeah. Okay. So I need to get a longer cable, guys. Internet cable. Give me 1 sec. I think I have like a 50-foot one that I need now for the TV. All right. You're over here. Cable wire. Oh, is it long enough? It cannot be. It cannot be. It's just long enough. It can't go any further though. What is this music? I've never heard this in my life. This is Kiki's delivery service. Okay. Internet should be done. Okay, so how are we doing there? Yeah, that's what we're working on, Matt. We're gonna figure this out here. If it needs to be higher, it can totally be higher. That's easy to do. So it needs to go more this way, a little bit more to the right, and angled it and angle more too. And the fireplace should border the edge of the cam probably. Okay. Oh, dude, that is getting there. So 6 inches higher. We're watching a metamorphosis. I know, this is the fruition of a month of work. We have everything now. It's where does it go? So we have my P-Town Rock sign to hang up now. Yeah, it's a little bit below the fireplace edge. It should be in line with the fireplace. That's the idea, right? That would be perfect. So it literally needs to be that much higher. Yeah, which is 8 inches. Literally 8 inches higher. A little bit hard. Yeah, so we gotta hang that up today. This thing right here. Now this can go away. This now goes. That was good. Then we have this sign. And we need to hang up. Well, I guess the next question is, where does the sign go? Or do I leave it sitting on the... Oh my, I didn't even think about that. It actually looks pretty sick just sitting on the fireplace, huh? You see the reflection off of it? I mean, that's not like awful. Might need something that has some moonlighting on yourself. Yeah, so no. That's what I'm gonna do. I think I need to go buy some lighting things, guys. So help me out with it. So how are we doing here? This is getting where I wanted it to go. Absolutely, though. We're honing in here, guys. So the next thing we need to figure out is this. Okay, so now this can go over here to this side, actually. Out of the way a little bit. You'd put the P-Town sign above the TV. So it's definitely this mic, not this mic. Like, this mic is not the one. It's gonna be this one then, 100%. Okay. So let's get rid of that. P-Town sign up high so it's visible above you. Yeah, it'll be easier to see it say P-Town Rocks too, because if it's angled, it's kind of hard to read the P-Town Rocks, right? Here, you guys tell me. I'm gonna hold it and just tell me how it looks like in that position, okay? That's all I'm looking for. Is I'm gonna hold it and you guys tell me how you like it. I can't really, well, I guess I can kind of see that. How does that look? That's not bad. What do you think? Hi. I think going further. Further to the right, as in like centered. Yeah, you want to frame me against it, like more in the center of the TV. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. It's not against the wall. I can't like mount anything on top of the TV is the thing. So it's gonna be a little bit problematic. Ooh, the Velt. Love me some Velt. And if I'm sitting right here, it blocks where it is now. Okay, it's not that heavy, is it? Drywall anchors. Oh, are you talking the TV? How about those? How about up above the angle to the Buster Sword? Yeah, so in my mind, Katana, I was gonna put it where the Buster Sword is. So that like, the TV's there, and then like the Buster Sword, like this was what I was thinking. It would just be like, I would put it on nails or something like hanging. And it would just be something like that. Or literally like that. I have nails. How does that look? Right. We just happen to have perfect nails. One issue with that is the cable. You're always going to see the cable come off the sign, right? So having it lower down is probably a good idea. Command strips are the absolute shit. Just saying can remove and replace without wall damage. Really? Are you talking about the TV mount? Is that what you're talking about? $3M strips. Oh, just like for light stuff. Hey, Zombie, how you doing? Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out, Zombie, is how to do this so you can still watch DBZ. We still have the new fireplace is not a waste, because maybe it turns out maybe I shouldn't have bought it. As if it's going to be under the TV, it was a waste of money. 300 bucks of wasted money. So I think it stays here. We use it as a display space to do community. You know, we often show off tier 3 and tier 2 suburbs when I do stuff, right? And so I could do that there. The wall is good for like, you know, other stuff we can put stuff on. The TV remains there. I have a huge amount of space on my desk here to fuck with. That's kind of nice too. And we're just kind of doing the nitty gritty stuff now. Like, I think that sign has to be lower down because of the cable or it's going to bug me. I mean, is there any way to hide a cable like that? I kind of doubt it. I would have to put something, they would have to display something in front of it. That's what would have to happen. Yeah, if you put it above the TV, that's why I had it above the TV before, is because it hit the cable. That was 100% the reason. Yeah. Yeah, tuck it behind the light. It's not a bad idea. I don't know if I have enough slack. Kind of the best I can do, so I think I would have to basically hide the cable because I'm someone who's OCD enough. That cable bothers me. I can't have it there. I just can't. Hey Tezzeret, how you doing? Yeah, they make things that cover cords that run along walls. You had some for baby proofing. It's better than it was. You're not wrong. Yeah. Hey Shinji, how you doing? The cable cover strips, get a cable hider. So what does that look like? Hold on, I've never ordered a cable hider. Let me go to Amazon. Maybe this is a big... Okay, here's the next question I have for you guys. This is a very important question, okay? And it concerns lighting. So the question I have is this. I'm gonna go turn off all of the lights in my apartment. And you guys are gonna see how dark it is, right? I don't think a streamer who is a full-time streamer should be working with lighting that comes from their house, right? You should be working with lighting that you set up. Am I right about that? Is that a good starting position for a full-time streamer to be? You need to make your own lighting space. Like, would you agree with that statement? And if you do, then what do I need to buy that obviously sits behind here where the cam is and allows me to set up my lighting? What is it I need to buy? as I'm well aware, in Best Buy, you can buy, and you have one at your desk, or Rooney Boy's here. I'll show you Rooney Boy's photo from his Discord. And when I saw him and Rooney Boy's setup, I was like, oh, you have this and I don't. And I wonder if I need that. So here, I'll show you, like, Rooney Boy, I think, showed me something at some point. Yeah, here. So is that what this is and this is? Here and here? These white rectangles? Is this for lighting? Something that can provide diffuse lighting? Yes. So I think what we are figuring out right now is I need to now buy lighting, correct? Those are lights. Okay, that's what I thought. Camera needs good lighting. Exactly. So I don't have good lighting. I have a dimmable light on top of me, and if I turn that on, it's not good lighting either. And so I'm gonna turn off all the lighting, and you're gonna see how dark it is, and then let's decide how many lights I need to run to Best Buy and buy right now. We're getting this done today, so I'm literally gonna go buy what we need. So let's think about it. Okay, so this is the like starting position of no light that we're working with. So if I was a professional studio setup person, how many lights would I want? Would I want 2 lights like Rooney Boy has? 1 on each side? Do you think 1 would suffice? I don't have a piece of chicken either. You'd consider getting at least 2 lights. You can always take 1 back. Beer acquired. Hell yeah. Okay. So 2 lights is a good starting position. Okay. Let's take a look here at Amazon.com. Gotta cover your face, however you make that work. What do you mean by gotta cover your face? Do you mean the lighting just needs to, like... Also, you don't want reflections on the TV. You would say 2 as well. Yeah. You would consider what you want first. Adjustable height, maybe changing colors. I just want light that is easy to move, probably. Because you know me, I like to kind of adjust my setup, right? What would this be? Like, lighting for streamers? Yeah, that got me what we needed here. Okay. Get even lighting across your whole face. Hold on 1 sec. For this scene, why can't I adjust this cam? Oh, never mind. I just need another camera of the correct cam is what I need. Or is it here? Can I make it bigger? Do you appreciate the game moonlighting as well? Hold on, sorry, I'm ignoring you guys. Alright, can't get my cam to... I'm trying to get another cam established here. Spot. I want it to be in like my normal spot here, but I can't get it there. Yes, I will trash it, and I will just make this that. Well, we look at lighting for a second. Dun-dun-dun. What kind of camera am I rocking? Just a Logitech 1080p crappy cam. Probably something I need to upgrade as well. Okay. So. What do we think we're looking for, guys? TV's in a great spot, just a little bit higher. Yeah, I think so. It is literally 6 inches below the top of the fireplace, Matt, your 6 to 8 inches, I think, is literally ideal. I want it 8 inches higher. That's how the difference is between like the table that the TV's sitting on and the fireplace top. So that would like bring alignment to it as well. So it literally needs to be 8 inches higher, and then it's perfect. So I'll figure out a way to do that. That can't be difficult. It'll suffice with good lighting, but if you wanted to go balls to the wall, you'd upgrade the cam. Yeah, unfortunately, I've looked into cams. They're like as much as like $1,200 to $5,000, man. That's insanity. So let's start with the lighting. I'm gonna go to Best Buy right now, and I think I'm gonna buy these. Because Best Buy has these, but are they gonna have shitty ones? Probably are. That I might not want. Maybe I should get it through Amazon. Do you guys have any recommendations on good lighting that you guys have yourself, or any recommendations I would love to take? Well, there's an Elgato Keylight Professional Lumen Studio Light with a desk clamp for streaming. With a desk clamp. So this one would attach to the desk. That was the one you were about to recommend. This is very expensive. A soft and even glow, flicker-free, color adjustable. Is desk clamp easily mobile enough for you? That's what I don't know. I think I might want one on the floor is the thing. It says it with a desk clamp, but does it have to have a desk clamp? Yeah, it looks like it is. Yours is attached to your monitor. This might be a get what you pay for scenario. I think it is, yeah. Works with the Stream Deck. So Elgato, if I got a Stream Deck, which I might be getting, it would easily pair with it. Would be the only benefit, huh? I need a new song here. Ooh, Sea of Stars. Ooh, how Persona. Persona. Hey, Rooney, how you doing, man? Yeah, the mic is done. We have actually moved on already. Thanks a lot for your tutorial. We watched it, helped a lot. And we installed, I think, 4 or 5 filters on the mic, and no matter how far away or how close, it sounds identical now. Check it out. So, Rooney, if it's working like it should, as I walk back here, it should sound pretty much identical. The expander, right? And then as I get closer, looks like it does die a little bit if I get way too far away. And if I talk as quiet as I possibly can, I can't even hear myself. I believe you can actually hear my whisper, right? You sure these guys have a floor variety? So back to Amazon here. So what are the varieties of ones? Sometimes it cuts out a little? Oh no, we still have issues? Hold on. I think we're gonna leave it because it was pretty good earlier and we were really happy with it. Okay, back to the lighting issue here. So, yeah, leave it. It was the distance. Yeah, I mean, when I'm 10 feet away, I'm not ever gonna be that far. So a 10-inch desk ring light with stand. So is this one stand on the floor? That might be more ideal. So much better now with EQ, yeah. So it looks like it's not a floor one, actually. Do you think the ring is meant to have your camera in it too? Oh, really? Wait, is that on the floor? Hold on. No, it's on the desk. So that's a desk one too. Okay. Are they all desk? Is that just how these are? We actually looked at yours, Rooney Boy, and you were my inspiration for like, I think I need lighting now, right? So I'm trying to decide what kind of lighting I should get, and it looks like I might need Elgato key lights. Those are pretty spendy. That's what I looked at first. That's what you have. That's what those are. Gotcha. Yeah, so you have a really nice setup here. I have told myself to not hold back on purchases. I mean, what was that one that was just on the monitor? The Stream Deck is also really good. Yeah, it connects to the Stream Deck, which would be a nice, attractive feature for sure. So you can adjust the lighting from sitting at your studio, Rooney. Is that's the idea, right? Which would be really nice. I don't have a Stream Deck, so I would have to get that then. Yeah, I see it. I see the light. Well, I can buy a Stream Deck at Best Buy right now. I wonder if they carry this Elgato key light. They've upgraded their streaming stuff lately. They actually might. I could drive and get it right now and be back in half an hour. And I would just leave the stream going and come back with it. Like, today's for this. And I'm not even worrying about anything else. Did you just get something cheap to get a feel of it and what features are most important to you? If I buy a double pack, you save money. You can probably buy it like somewhere else. That's a good point, Nico. So what I could do is go to Best Buy and just buy the crappiest one they have and bring it back and experiment with it, right? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah, I would go to the Elgato site, exactly. And so just go to Best Buy and just buy something, you think? Because I've never used lighting, so I am going to have to learn. And so maybe that's a smart idea before I like... I'm going to be investing $400 more here in lighting, it looks like. I can always upgrade later, yeah. And so I could toy around with it today and not have to wait. Not a terrible idea. I kind of like it, actually. These are tax write-offs. Well, yeah, absolutely. But I've spent a lot of money on this. If you buy a Stream Deck, you would actually not buy yours? Really, why? Hey, Onisius. Yeah, we're getting there. We've been a work in progress today, for sure. Sounds like you're buying something to know what frustrates you. But pretty much, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, learn what you don't like about it. May want to play around with it. May take time to get used to a light in your face. In case they released a bigger one just 1 month after you got yours and you would have bought that one. Gotcha. Is this the bigger one, the 2800? Or this is the one that you own, right? So like you can buy a very similar thing, guys, for $27. This is what I need to buy, right? This is it. Like a nice VD, a Torjim, one of these knockoff brands. That's the idea, I think. One that is floor mounted so I can toy around with it. I'm just doing my face, exactly. And no more than my face is illuminated, really. Yeah. So here's what Matt just sent me.
Ever made. Stream Deck Plus XL. Yeah, we've seen your comments asking for a larger Stream Deck Plus, so here it is. Stream Deck Plus XL has 36 keys and 6 dials. That's quadruple the keys of Stream Deck Plus with 2 extra dials for controlling whatever you might need, like with audio, video, and lighting. And when you use multi-actions or folders, you pretty much have an unlimited amount of actions at your disposal. It even has a wider touch strip to display your important info while also letting you swipe back and forth between pages without taking up any key space. Like other Stream Decks, adding an action is super simple. You can control streaming software like OBS or Streamlabs, creative applications like Photoshop, and even control PTZ cameras like the Insta360 Link 2, and so much more.
Dude, I could control my camera from an Elgato Stream Deck with an Elgato camera, probably. That's fucking sick. I could see how nice of a feature that would be, just to do small adjustments on it.
Just find the plugin you want from Marketplace, install it, and drag the actions on the keys. It's also fully compatible with BitFocus buttons, giving you
I
control
bet they're
over
expensive,
production
yeah.
equipment and workflows.
Like
It
$1,000
integrates
probably.
seamlessly thanks to Network Dock for powering data over Ethernet, or if you need more USB ports, slot in USB hub. So if you're looking to add the ultimate Stream Deck to your setup, check out Stream Deck Plus XL. This is the biggest Stream Deck we've ever
You can pretty
made.
much switch
Stream Deck
scenes, you can
Plus
turn on and
XL.
off the camera,
Yeah,
adjust the
we've seen
lighting,
your
you can
comments
play
asking
sound
for a
effects.
larger Stream
Yeah.
Deck Plus, so here it is.
I think for me,
Stream
the
Deck
thing
Plus
I would
XL
be,
has 36 keys.
I would use it the most is probably for sound effects. I think I would really enjoy that actually. Hey Colton, how you doing? We're still working on it. This is a work in progress here. But good to see you, man. How you doing? So we're considering, we need to buy lighting, Colton. You're a streamer. Do you own lighting? I'm considering going to Best Buy right now and actually picking this up so we can bring it back and just toy around with it live on stream today. As I'm sure Best Buy has a cheap knockoff pair of lights I could pick up and be back in half an hour. And we could see how it goes. Like I'm absolutely up for that today. Just got off of work. You have a Goodwill. You have a Goodwill light. Perfect. You have a light. You're experienced. You're valuable here. Okay, so what does Best Buy? You personally prefer the dark? Yeah, but you need one for my face, man. You have to have one. Stream the Best Buy experience from your phone. I hear the square ones get a lot of good light. Streaming light. What do they have available if I went today? This is, I've seen stuff there, like here. What is this? The $105 one? What? They have a, okay, what is this here? A Digipower Spectrum RGB LED video light? No, this is just a light that mounts on a camera. So that's not what we want. It looks like this is all that they have actually then. Looks like $350 for that Stream Deck XL. Yeah. Here, what is this? Well, let's get it Saturday for free. What is this thing? $82, a 13-inch LED video light kit. It has 2 lights, it looks like. And a tripod. You need a soft illuminate light to illuminate your face on a dark background. Exactly. Yeah. Don't buy a light that's not sit on your desk. You've done that before. You have to adjust manually over and over. So it should be one that clamps to your desk is literally what you recommend, because I just don't like the sound of that. But I think I need to change my mindset then. So that is your recommendation. Buy one that clamps to the desk. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Does Best Buy carry that? I hadn't seen one, I don't think, yet. Now, I'm just going to be toying around with it to see how I like it, right? To see if it's worth buying an Elgato. For that purpose, I don't know if it matters, right? This one here, desk stand and clamp. Here we go. They do have one, it looks like. So, like, this would be a recommendation. 2-pack, so I could toy around with 2. They're $40 each. This is like a basic bitch one that we could fuck with. Pick up. Like, where can I get it at? Okay, it's like it's not in stock. I'm pretty sure. It's not. I wanted to tell me where to find it. It's not going to tell me, is it? Like if I, because there's like 7 Best Buys around me. Portland has a fuck ton. So I could just go get it, but it looks like they're not going to tell me where it is. Unavailable. Okay. How long does it take to ship 2 of these to my house with a desk clamp? How long would that take? Can I get one in 2 hours? I often can, where I live. 3-hour delivery for $4.99. I can have it in 3 hours. My experience with this, though, is it's a lie. Have you guys tried out their 2 to 3 hour delivery? I have found this is a lie, and they just steal your money. oftentimes it still doesn't arrive until the next day. And there's no refund for your $4.99. I really don't like their new service. Don't impulse buy. Yeah. Okay. Let me call Best Buy real quick then. Let's see what they have in stock. This is by the Jansen Beach Best Buy. Oh, my old landlord has some stuff for me. We can upgrade everything in time, just your opinion? Yeah, 100%. I think a cheap one that attaches to the desk is the idea here. I want to see if Best Buy has one. I'm going to give them a call real quick. Okay. And if they do, I'm just going to zip over and get it. It's like a 12-minute drive. 247-6099. Yeah, 6% battery. Oop. It's so much better. It's crazy. That's so amazing to hear that. I can't wait to listen to the stream myself after. In fact, you know what? Talk to a person. Electronics. The mic changes made the sound so much better. Wow. God. Sorry, the AI is listening to me. Electronics, please. What are these Pokemon-only exclusive events going on? You know what? I want some Suikoden music. Ooh, there we go. See if they have command strips for hanging lights too. Yeah, wait to upgrade in the future as well. Yeah. I'm going all in on this. Everything's going to be top of the line, and I'm not making any sacrifices. That was my commitment to myself when I moved. We don't have a whole lot left. It's lighting, chair, and yeah, I mean whatever else we want to put on the wall. At this point, very little really. I was gonna play back my voice though. Here, let me do it. Oh, I'm on hold with these guys. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Wow. Yeah, that is a lot better. Yeah, we could set up StreamerBot right now. That was the other thing I was going to do today, actually. The program for channel points doing special stuff like playing sound effect changes to cam. 100%. This is a really good time for that. Absolutely. Thank you, Rooney Boy.
You have a list of all of your actions. You can think of an action.
Should I start here or should I start from the beginning? The Ultimate Beginner's Guide by Nutty. It's 22 minutes long. Abby Cam Redemption. Yeah, from the beginning. Okay. We're going to watch. We've already watched 2 tutorials today. This is the day for it, guys. I can tell. We're just going to be hanging out today. And this is the next thing we need to watch to set up the StreamerBot so that the cam can be switched by chat. You're going to witness a one-day stream makeover today, basically. So this will be our next item agenda here as soon as Best Buy fucking answers. Dude, when I walk into a Best Buy, there's like 50 employees. None of them are doing anything. Pick up the phone. I've been on hold for what, already like 3 or 4 minutes? I guarantee you half their staff is doing nothing. Well, it's Saturday. Okay, it's Saturday. I take that back. Hi. How you doing, Titus? Good to see you. Hope everyone's having a lovely day. I am having a lovely day. How are you doing? You know, just vibing and thriving today, doing some stream setup and such. So what we need to do, guys, is we need to get Abby to hang out on cam now here. How are we going to get her to do that? And I might need a light to illuminate Abby, too, in that little cubbyhole. Are you able to place online orders for pickup at your local Best Buy? You can do that here. Well, at the moment, it appears no one's actually working at this store, as no one picks up the phone. So that's the first problem I have. This is like so typical of like a Best Buy corporate mega store, right? I'm just trying to get someone on the phone. I can't even do it. Finished almost all of World 3 on your first 4-job fiesta today? Hell yeah. Yeah, I did. So I have some very basic questions. I just need someone to walk over to the streamer aisle for me and tell me if you have some lighting. That is desk clamp lighting. So I'm a streamer, and you guys have a streamer section where you have your lights and your cameras and all that stuff. So I need you to go to your lighting section and tell me if you have a desk clamp light. That is what I said. Okay, hold on. Are you not an employee at the store? You're not at that store. You have no idea. You can't just walk over there and tell me what you have physically in stock. Holy shit, Best Buys suck. Whoa. You guys are awful. Okay, damn it. Is there literally no way to talk to an actual employee at the actual store? Oh, you can't? What on earth? You can't actually talk to an actual person at an actual Best Buy location? So I get an Indian call center instead, who then looks up at the system and tells me what they think is in stock at the store? That is so fucked up. I'm so sad to hear that. All right, bye. Wow. That's how it works now? I had no idea. You literally can't talk to humans anymore in stores. That's insane. All right, well, that idea was shut down pretty quick. I actually can't figure out what is at my Best Buy without walking in physically myself. Ay. Well, that's alarming to find out. All right, well, do I just go and just hope they have it? Is that what I do then? Where'd my sound go? That is wild. Seriously, like what on earth? Hold on, I have no sound though.
Keys and 6 dials. That's quadruple the keys of Stream Deck.
Oh, got it. This is the worst thing on YouTube. It's still going. It's just literally blank. It made me think my audio was broken. That was what was going on. It has. I've listened to that track enough. It has 2 minutes of dead audio. As I'm here trying to do audio checks, right? That was pretty funny. In Canada, you can call the actual store. Not in the United States. Yep. Okay, well, guys, let's think about what to do about that. And in the meantime, we're gonna learn about setting up this streamer bot now, and we're gonna do that. I wanna do more productive stuff. Today's been so productive, so let's not get sidetracked. We will move on to the next good, productive thing to do. I have not downloaded the program yet. You provided me with a link, though. Click this link to use my code NUTTY off your first payment of boot.dev. Download it here. Okay, I am now going to download it here. Download now. I look like a TV show host on cam at the moment, looking very profesh. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, streamer bot. Do it. Hey, shut up, dude. You're just gonna get stuck in my head again, you jerk. Published 5 months ago. Published different versions. This is the newer one. The latest. Do you have a recommendation on which one to download? Probably doesn't matter, right? And they're both stable. Yeah. I am unzipping it. Actually. Da-na-na-na-na. Probably should extract that to my desktop, huh? So let's do a new folder. Streamer bot. Is this the same track doing the same thing? That's hilarious. Okay. Streamer bot, let's go ahead and extract this to there. And extract. Okay. Got everything I need in StreamerBot, and now let's take it away with the tutorial. Okay. Here we go.
It's a completely brand new UI, so every other video.
From the top.
This is the brand new StreamerBot 1.0 update. It's a completely brand new UI, so every other video I've done in StreamerBot, they are all irrelevant now. If you've never heard about StreamerBot before, you're gonna have a really good time because this thing's freaking awesome. You can think of it like
the guy wants to be funny, ignore him when he's doing it.
Or Stream Elements, but way
Did he just say anal command?
Locally on your own PC. But think of it like one of those chatbots like the one you get from Streamlabs or Stream Elements, but way more powerful. It runs locally on your
anal
own
for
PC,
analog?
and
Nice.
You can do basically anything you can think of, from simple chat commands and timed messages to channel point rewards that activate things like sound effects or even camera filters inside of OBS. You can do full automations like whenever you switch to your BRB screen, automatically start an ad break. Whenever you start your stream in OBS,
Looks like Best Buy has an option for 1 hour pickup. Should filter by items to see what they have in store. That's a good idea.
100% and flashbang you. It's even got voice controls, so you can control OBS using just your voice. Give me gamer vision. This thing's like crank, which I've never done before.
This guy is so not funny at all. You're right. Like, this is very cringe, man.
Sponsor today, boot.dev. And you might want to pay attention to this one because this is one of the coolest websites I've ever seen to learn about programming. It's not another website with a bunch of
Is he now trying to sell me something? Is this part of the tutorial?
YouTube. They've got full interactive
Shut the fuck up, man.
With hands-on assignments that you can play around with. Let's get this thing set up. First, head on over to streamer.bot. That is literally the website, and just click download. Get whatever the latest version is. Right-click the zip file and extract that wherever you want. And launch
You're gonna try to sell me something? Actually,
streamerbot.exe.
become a better
Get this
salesman,
Windows
dude.
protected
Don't make me
thing,
want to
just
throw
click
up in my
more
mouth.
info and run anyway. First thing you need to do is get your
Okay. So I've extracted it.
and launch streamerbot.exe.
Okay.
Get this Windows protected thing, just click more info and run anyway. First thing you need to do is get your streaming platforms connected. So just click on platforms here.
Wait.
and
I
log
do
in
not see
with
what he
whatever
sees.
platforms you happen to stream to. So it supports
Hold on. This is completely not what he is looking at. Hold on.
Twitch and anytime you want, and launch streamerbot.exe. Get this Windows protected thing, just click more info and run anyway. First thing you need
What? Let me show you what I have here. With a display capture. This is what I'm seeing when I click on it. What is this? I downloaded the wrong thing. Okay. Got it. All right. Sorry. I thought I downloaded the only option to download. That's rather confusing then. Okay. So I downloaded this right here. This one on the right here. And maybe I should have downloaded this one on the left. Oh, it's SpeakerBot. Not, I literally thought they were the same thing. My bad. I thought one was a release from 5 months ago, and I thought one was a prior release from 4 weeks ago. My bad. Okay. I'm just a moron. I understand. Okay, let's try this again. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Okay, let's delete the contents. Let's just delete this folder then. Delete. Do a new folder. StreamBot. Okay. Let's extract everything now into that. Okay. Fantastic. We're getting there. Okay. Now. Taking much longer to open. This is correct. Okay. I now see what he sees. I see this right here. Why is it not picking it up? I don't know. If you want to use, hold on. We're good to continue now. If you want to use the day to set stuff up, you got one more thing up your sleeve. That is literally what today is for. The multi-stream stuff. So I am streaming on YouTube right now. Oh, TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Yeah. We're going to set that up today too, and we're going to get everything done today. That's what today's for. So I really would love to do that.
and log in with whatever platforms you happen to stream to. So it supports Twitch, YouTube,
Okay.
and launch streamerbot.exe. Get this Windows protected thing, just click more info and run anyway. First thing you need to do is get your streaming platforms connected. So just click on platforms here and log in with whatever platforms you happen to stream to. So
Okay.
it supports Twitch.
So we're going to log in with Twitch here. So how do we log in?
YouTube, some platform nobody cares about, and finally Kick. We'll start with Twitch. Now,
the hell's
first thing
Trovo?
you'll notice is there are 2 accounts you can connect. So broadcaster account is obviously going to be the account that you normally stream with. So
Okay.
just click on that and scroll down and click authorize. And the second login you can connect. So broadcaster account is obviously going to be the account that you normally stream with. So just click on that and scroll down and click authorize. And the second login is optional. So
Okay.
this would be for your bot account. So you know how normally when you use something like Nightbot or Streamlabs, whenever you type in a chat command, it responds back using the Streamlabs account. Well, with StreamerBot, you can actually have your own custom name. So all you'd have to do is create a second Twitch account and set that as your second.
Okay, I am
bot
now
account
logged
here.
into Twitch.
And so every time you use a chat command,
Is there any reason to log into YouTube, Rooney, for this? Both are the only way to get discovered in today's social media. Yeah, I agree with you. 1 out of 1 connected. There shouldn't be any reason to connect because not yet. Yeah. So this is sufficient right now for us. Okay, cool. Continue.
and later it's going to respond back with whatever your bot account is. YouTube and Kick are exactly the same. So for YouTube, just click I agree here. And there's also 2 accounts. You got a broadcaster and a bot account. So exactly the same for those 2. Now for Kick
You can
specific,
combine the chat and put both in your overlay. That's why you would connect YouTube. Maybe I should just do it. Go back to home, platforms, YouTube. I agree. The terms of service. Sign in with Google. Let's do this. We're just going to get it all done. And to my P-Town Rock account, sign in, continue. StreamerBot can access everything, sure. Token for YouTube has an incorrect number of scopes. 3. Try authorizing again. You have been logged into YouTube. You may now close this page. I got conflicting answers there. Looks like I'm not logged in, actually. Let's try it again. It already has some access. Unable to fetch your authorization token. Really not liking YouTube. But as we don't need YouTube, I think we're just going to forget about it then. Okay. So now back to the tutorial.
You are going to have to do one extra step. It will say you need to connect to the StreamerBot website by clicking login in the bottom left corner. So if you are streaming on Kick, make sure that you log in here. It's going to ask you to log in with your Discord account, which I've already done. And once you log in here, go into your account and just make sure you have your Kick connected in here as well.
You know, this guy seems like someone who would 100% stream on Kick. Probably his main platform.
Why you need to do this extra step, but it tells you you have to do it. So you just do it, okay? Allow access, and we're good. So if it says ready here, you should be all good. And if you close this down, you should be all connected for Kick.
He streams
Now,
on
in the
every
top
platform.
Right corner,
Yeah.
you're gonna see all of your connected accounts, and they should all be green. If Kick is still yellow, just
So
click
I don't have
log
YouTube
back
there
in
where he
again.
does.
But once everything's
Yeah.
connected, you can click on this button that says chat. So StreamerBot has its own built-in multi-chat tool. So if you've been looking for a way to combine all of your messages from Twitch, Kick, and YouTube into a single stream so you can easily keep track of them, that's built into StreamerBot.
Well, I'm just on YouTube and Twitch, and that is natively in OBS. So we don't need to worry about that. But I wonder if when I get to the point where like I set up a TikTok Shorts, I will need to combine that somehow. I wonder if that shows up. Can you even comment on like Shorts? I don't think you can you? That's how naive I am.
Even
I guess you can't. Of course you can comment, but like TikTok's not. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't in there. Oh, I see your comment here. Your comment came up on the chat box I just brought up. So it is connected. So that's irrelevant. I would never. Although it's kind of nice to be able to move it around wherever I want. Okay. I could actually see a little bit of value in having that.
in chat. So if I type in hello, it's gonna write it in Twitch chat and Kick chat, and if I was actually live on YouTube, it would also post a message to YouTube. We'll come back to this later. Let's get StreamerBot connected to OBS now. So let's go back home.
Okay.
This time we'll click on Stream Apps.
Okay.
and OBS Studio.
Okay.
Right click and go to add.
Okay.
In order to connect StreamerBot to OBS so that StreamerBot can control things in OBS like changing scenes and toggling sources, we need to enable a thing called WebSocket server.
Okay.
Basically, WebSockets are a way for OBS to connect to third-party programs so that it can like communicate with each other. Okay, it's pretty simple. So just go into OBS, click on Tools,
Gotcha.
WebSocket server settings.
Wait, hold
and
on.
Enable
All right. I was looking at chat.
and like communicate with each other. Okay, it's pretty simple. So just go into OBS, click on Tools, WebSocket server settings, and enable WebSocket server. Take note of your server port. It should be 4455.
It is.
Then copy your server password. So click Show Connect Info and just copy that server password. Then back in StreamerBot, just paste in your password and give this connection a name. Just call it something like OBS.
Wait.
Turn Connect Info and just copy that server password.
Okay.
Then back in StreamerBot, just paste in your password and give this connection a name. Just call it something like OBS. Turn on auto connect on startup and reconnect on disconnect.
Okay.
And press OK.
Okay.
Now it should say disconnected here. So
It does.
right click and connect it. And if you did everything right, which I definitely didn't do, what the fuck did I
It
do
says
wrong?
disconnected.
Oh, I didn't click OK yet. Okay, you have to click apply,
Oh.
then allow, then
Connect.
press OK.
Wait.
All right, now we're cooking.
Hold on. I have the exact same issue. Hold on.
What the fuck did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't click OK yet. Okay,
Oh,
you have
got
to
it.
click
I didn't apply. Got it.
Then
It's okay.
allow.
So gotcha. Hold on.
Then
So hold on. Where was all that? That was in OBS. That's right. That's funny. Why does he not edit that out of his video? What the fuck, man? Come on, dog. That was actually pretty fucked up. Yeah, here we go. Enable. Okay. Apply. Okay. Okay. Now connect. It is now it worked. Yes. Okay. That was pretty funny.
press OK. All right, now we're cooking. It says connected here.
It
If you
does.
did everything right.
And I try something when you get a chance. Take your phone flashlight, put it at its dimmest, put it on your desk, shining on your face. You think that's all you're missing at this point? There's a lot of bright objects behind you. Absolutely. My phone's about to die, however. So let's fix the death of the phone before we do anything too drastic here. We have a long cable of a charger, so we can put it anywhere we want, even charging. So bring the light up and put it at its dimmest. Okay, we can do this. It is there, flashlight. How do you dim a flashlight? Do you just mean the light of the phone, or do you mean the flashlight? The flashlight. I can't dim a flashlight on an iPhone as far as I can tell. Can you do that? It doesn't have a dimmer on the, just on the like general settings screen. Maybe in settings you can go into flashlight and then adjust it. You hold your finger on the flashlight button for a second. Okay, I've never tried. Got it. Also, it's not charging. Why is that? Ah, there it is. Yeah, you're right. I just learned something. I never knew that existed. Thank you. So there's the lowest. You gotta hold down flashlight for 2 seconds. You're right. The things you learn. No kidding. No fucking kidding. So that, oh, it's pretty bright still. Trying to find, here, I can put it against like my speaker or something. I don't know. I don't even know where to put it. Like, where would you recommend putting it? I don't know. But basically, this is the lighting you're asking for. Definitely helps, but the mic boom casts a shadow from below. Yeah, that's one issue. I mean, I can put it anywhere. But yeah, it's not strong enough. Okay. Yeah, it's just a phone flashlight. Like, it's not meant for this either. It's a good idea, though. It's a very good idea. Okay. back to the tutorial. And why is my phone not charging? There. All right, this tutorial has been interesting so far. I'm gonna put it that way.
Should say whatever your current scene in OBS is
Playing.
here. So mine says
Correct.
gaming. I'm on my gaming scene. If I switch to just chatting, it should say just chatting in streamer.
How did he switch? I don't have a toggle.
Switch to just chatting. It should say just chatting in StreamerBot. So StreamerBot now is communicating with OBS. That's good. That's the bare minimum you need to set up StreamerBot. But if you want to do some extra stuff and go the extra mile, go into the integrations tab, and here there are a whole bunch of other things that you can connect to StreamerBot. So for example, if you use Streamlabs or Stream Elements for donations, you can connect your Streamlabs or Stream Elements account to StreamerBot so you can make stuff react to donations. There's things like heart rate monitors, or if you've got an Elgato microphone, you can connect Elgato Wavelink to StreamerBot. It's really cool stuff, but I'll let you guys figure all that stuff out on your own. So now that everything's set up, we can start actually doing some cool stuff. And the place where all of that cool stuff happens is the actions page. So click on actions and go into actions.
Actions,
Now, this
okay.
is a page that you're gonna want to get really familiar with. On the left-hand side, you have a list of all of your actions. You can think of an action kind of like a recipe, you know? It's like a thing that you want to do. So for example,
Like a
if
recipe.
you want to set up a chat command where anytime someone types in !Discord in your chat, automatically post a link to your Discord.
I mean, that's
That
just a
would be an
command.
example of an action. The right-hand side is all of the ingredients for that action. I don't really know where I'm going with this analogy. It made sense in my head. Anyway, let's just right-click and we'll add a new action. And this one, we'll call it Discord. Every action has two parts. We have how we want that thing to be triggered, and then the thing that we actually want it to do. So come under sub actions and right click and click add, and you can see a whole bunch of things that you can do with an action. So for example, if you wanted to post a message into Twitch chat, well, you just search for it here under chat and go send message. Join my cult link. Press OK. Now we want to think, when do we actually want this thing to actually happen?
Okay.
And that's what this triggers menu would be for. So if you right click and go to add, how do we want this thing to be triggered? We want it to be triggered every time somebody types in !Discord in chat. So we just come under here, go to core, commands, command triggered, and we're gonna create a new chat command. Now there's a lot going on in this box here.
Hold on, I don't quite see that.
Time somebody types in !Discord in chat. So we just come
Add
under here,
core.
core, commands,
Command.
triggered,
Okay.
and we're gonna create a new chat command. Now there's a lot going on in this box here.
Did he leave it as any?
Create a new chat command.
Okay.
Now there's a lot going on in this box here, but let me just give you the answer.
He's going pretty quick. I wish he slowed down a little. How did he open that?
Command triggered, and we're gonna create a new.
Oh, I
chat
hit command, not create command. Okay,
Command
got it. Let's delete that trigger and just redo it. He went to add core command. Triggered create command. Now I see that.
Triggered, and we're gonna create a new chat command.
StreamerBot is an all-in bot that does everything. Normally you use Nightbot for your commands. That's what I use. Yeah, Streamlabs for donations and stuff, but it does it all. Have you gotten to the point where you have even like stopped using StreamerBot and all that stuff? Streamlabs and Stream Elements are where like my commands come from. Are you doing it all through this now and you find that's the better way to do it? As I might want to go that route. I'd have to redo, like I'd have to do every command again. That kind of feels like just a silly thing to redo, actually.
Now there's a lot going on in this box here, but let me just give you the answer. inside of this box that says commands, this would be the thing that you actually need to type in chat. So in our case, !Discord.
Okay.
And you have to give it a name. So we're going to call it the same thing. And press OK. And then OK again. And that's !Discord. And you have to give it a name. So we're going to call it the same thing. And press OK. And then OK again. And that's your first basic recipe. So if we go back into that chat window and we type in that command,
Let me hold on.
and press OK. And then OK again. And that's your first basic recipe. So if we go back into that chat window,
Okay,
and
try it.
we type in that command, !Discord. Oh, look at that. It just, well, my ignore the stream elements one, but you see there, Notbody responded back with that thing that we wrote before. And you can add more than one trigger to each action. So for instance,
Okay, that
let's
worked
just say
easy.
in addition to typing
Of course, we're here to figure out how to change the cam with the sub, though. The thing now, guys, is I don't know if we're going to have 2 cams. We very well may not. At the moment, I don't see the need for a second cam. I mean, well, there is this cam from the opposite angle, obviously. But, you know, at that point, you're staring at the window. Abby, Feet, Treater, and Abby camera. It'd be now it's to turn on the Abby camera. As her cat tree, by the way, we should like bring her cat tree in here. We haven't even thought about that yet. Maybe she'll come like play on it today. Okay, so having it on stream, I don't think is a good idea, her cat tree. I think having it off stream with a camera is the idea. You can also set this up for bits and power-ups. Yeah. Okay, so this will be for the Abby cam, and that's going to be the good idea. Matt. Okay, here we go.
Discord and chat. We also want this message to run on a timer. Well, we would just right click, add, and then we'd search for the timer trigger. Now, unfortunately, this menu is super long. There's so many submenus in here. And one of the nice things that this new version of StreamerBot brings is there's just the search field now. So now if we want to add a timer, we just search for time. It's called a timed action. Add that, and you can just create a new timer here. We're going to enable it and also set it to repeat, so it will continue over and over again. And just call this one Discord.
Hold on. Mine isn't coming up.
We would just right click, add, and then we'd search for the timer trigger. Now, unfortunately, this menu is super long. There's so many submenus in here. And one of the nice things that this new version of StreamerBot brings is there's just the search field now. So now if we want to add a timer, we just search for time. It's called a timed action. Add that, and you can just create a new timer here.
Okay.
We're going to enable it and also set it to repeat, so it will continue over and over again. And just call this one Discord. We're going to set this one to run on a 2-second interval, so every 2 seconds.
Wait, it spams it every
Press
2 seconds.
Okay. And now come to that chat window. And if we did it right, you should see that Discord message is posted every 2 seconds over and over again. I don't really want that though, so I'm just gonna delete that.
Oh, it
Let's
is.
do another example. Let's
Got
say
it.
we want to make a chat.
So
window
yeah, it's just an
that will
example of a
allow us-
timer. Okay. Obviously, we want that off. So we want to delete that. And then it stops. Someone say something. So I know if more joined P-Towns are coming through.
I don't really want
Okay.
that though.
Thank
so
you
I'm just
guys.
gonna
And then
delete
we
that
can
for-
delete this Discord command. This was a good, I wanted to do it just as a tutorial to understand how you do it. But now we're going to delete everything. And good, if you delete the main thing, it deletes your trigger and your sub action. You could, for example, change to Dragon Ball on the TV if this is connected to your PC, or change to a different show. That's really interesting. That's not connected to my PC, but I don't think it could. Can it? It is a smart TV, but It's not that smart. This is streamer.bot, and we're watching a tutorial to understand how to use
Let's
it.
do another example. Let's say we want to make a chat command that will allow our mods to change scenes in OBS for us. So let's make a new action, switch to gaming. So what do we want our trigger to be? We want it to
It
be
can
another
via your
chat command.
graphics
So
card?
search
Really?
for command triggered.
That you could change it from like Dragon Ball Z to Diama to Super to OG.
And since we want this to be moderator only,
Kind of
we're gonna
interesting.
drag moderators over to the allowed column and press OK. And OK again. And what is the thing that we want this action to do? We want it to change scenes in OBS. So we come over here and we'd search for set active scene. And you can see OBS Studio set active scene. And then we can just see a list of all of our different scenes. I only have 2, but we're going to set it to gaming and press OK. And check this out. Now, if I type in !gaming and press enter, automatically changes scenes in OBS. And we can do exactly the same thing for our just chatting scene. Add a new action, switch to just chatting. What's the trigger going to be? Command triggered. Create a new command, just chatting. Make this moderator only. Press OK, OK.
We don't
And
need that, so I'm not going to do
set
it.
Active scene. This time we'll set the scene to just chatting. Press OK. And now my mods can type just chatting.
You're thinking then if you want your timer to run, you can push the
commands.
interval to every hour or so. Yeah.
Again, if you want to add more triggers, you can do
Yeah,
that.
totally.
So if you want this to be triggered on a hotkey press, just search for key press. Click capture key, and this time I want this to activate every time I press Control Home. Save key, okay. And then for our gaming scene, key press, capture key, combination, Control End, save key, okay. And now I can change scenes.
Yeah, it's the value to Stream Deck, totally.
Just the hotkey on my keyboard. But what if you don't want to use your hands? What if you got like chip grease on your thumb from eating all those chips and it's got all the chip grease everywhere? You don't want the chip grease going all over your keyboard? That's where voice commands come in. If you come over to triggers and
Well, we don't
search
want voice
for
commands.
Voice command, you can create a new voice command. So if I wanted to switch to my gaming scene using the phrase,
Yeah.
"Give me-"
I'm going to move on.
All right, enough messing around. Let's do some of the fun stuff now. Channel point rewards.
There we
We're gonna
go.
create a new action, and I'm gonna call it Boo. Press OK. Let's just say I wanted to create a channel point reward that activates a sound effect. So what is the thing that we want to do? Play sound. Oh, we're gonna need a sound effect for this one.
Boo, you suck. Boo, you suck.
Now we want to think
Hold on.
a sound effect. So what is the thing that we want to do? Play sound. Oh, we're gonna need a
Okay.
sound effect for this one.
Boo, you suck. Boo, you
So he's making one.
Now we want to think.
You don't record it
how do
here.
we want this sound effect to be?
Or wait, is he literally recording it here? No, like he's just recorded it on like another program and then he's listening to it here.
So what is the thing that we want?
And then he's playing a sound file, right? He's not like recording it in streamer.bot, I don't think. That's a pre-recorded audio file. Yeah, from a different program. Okay, so like I would need to learn how to make my audio clips, which is probably something I should know how to do. Yeah, he recorded it on Audacity and moves the MP3 file. Thank you. Which I don't do. I don't know how to do. I've never used Audacity. Yeah. Just look up a sound effect. Yeah.
to do? Play sound. Oh, we're gonna need a sound effect for this one.
Boo, you suck. Boo, you suck.
Now we want to think, how do we want this sound effect to be triggered? Well, we want this to be triggered by a channel point reward.
I'm sure it's
So
very simple.
Naturally, we would just search for reward redemption. Now, we will add a reward redemption, but before we do that, there's something very important that you need to understand about Twitch channel point rewards in StreamerBot. So we're going to go open the menu here, go into platforms, Twitch, and go into channel point rewards. Here you're gonna see all of your Twitch channel point rewards, and everything you see here, if you go into your
Hold on. He's doing something different than I am here.
search for reward redemption. Now we will add a reward redemption, but before we do that, there's something very important that you need to understand about Twitch channel point rewards in StreamerBot.
Hey, Dreamer, how you doing?
Open the menu here, go into platforms, Twitch, and go into channel point rewards.
What do I need to make? I want something that can activate a camera on its own via like a sub or a certain amount of like bits or a dono or something. Yeah, we're just learning about stuff right now.
Here you're gonna see all of your Twitch channel point rewards, and everything you see here, if you go into your Twitch dashboard, it's gonna match exactly what you have in your dashboard. However, what you'll notice is on the far right-hand column, there's a column that says owned. And you can see most of my rewards say yes, but then there's a few at the bottom that say no.
All of mine say no.
Although StreamerBot is able to see all of the channel points in your Twitch account, the ones that say owned, I can actually come over here and edit how much they cost. But the ones that say that they're not owned, you can see it's all grayed out. I actually can't change any values here. And the reason for that is StreamerBot can only edit the channel point rewards that were created inside of StreamerBot. So if you were going to create a channel point reward directly in your dashboard, it's going to show up as not owned here, which means you're not able to disable it from StreamerBot. You're not able to change how much the reward
I see that. That's what he's getting to,
I
yeah.
would highly recommend that any channel points that you create them inside of StreamerBot. Do not create them inside of your dashboard.
Okay.
It's really important that you understand that, because if you want to do some like fun stuff where you're enabling and turning off channel point rewards, and it's just trust me, okay? If you don't understand what I said, just follow this very basic rule. Always create the channel points in StreamerBot. Never create them in your dashboard, okay?
Got it.
If you just follow
No
that,
problem.
Trust me, you'll
Okay,
be
move
very
on.
happy. So with that said, let's go back into that actions menu.
Okay.
Go into our Boo action, and we're gonna add a reward redemption, and then we're gonna create a new reward. We'll call
So
this
I
one-
can't create a reward. I wonder if that's because I don't have any things that have been created in StreamerBot yet. Is that probably why? And so like it won't. I can't even click on create reward. It's grayed out. So I would probably need to make some commands here. So actions. I mean, hold on. Channel points. I would need to now make some channel points. But this isn't really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like how to do monetized things.
and set it to cost 1 channel point reward. Click create. Okay. Now if you open up Twitch chat and go into the channel point reward section, there should be a brand new channel point reward there that says boo. And when I activate that, boo, you suck. It plays that sound effect. Let's do it again. Boo, you suck. And you can just keep spamming it.
Let me get my SB open, try to make it for you. Have I asked AI? It's fine.
So that's your very first
Touchy
channel point
subject. Have I
reward
asked AI?
for Twitch. Now, you'll notice I didn't talk about Kick at all, because if you go into the menu, add, and go under
So let me
Kick,
see if I can just
although
figure it
there is
out.
Official Kick support.
Camera
there's really not
swap
a lot of triggers that
will
are
be the name of
currently
the action.
available for Kick. Like, it has a section for subscriptions, which is nice, but Kick has a whole channel point system, and you can actually trigger channel points from within StreamerBot. It also has a
Okay.
poll system. You can't. There's no support for polls.
So a
in here.
sub action
It's very limited.
in
However, there is
Twitch.
a way to get channel point triggers for Kick.
No,
inside of
wouldn't it be an
StreamerBot, but I will
OBS
save that for
Studio?
another video because
Yes.
the setup is a little bit more involved. So if you want to see that, make
You're
sure to
one of the
subscribe.
SB Linux support staff members? Oh, that's cool.
Thank you. But if you want to expand this channel point.
Okay, so I am going to see if I can do this actually. So here's what I'm looking at, guys. Okay. So I want to set up a camera swap. I'll start from the beginning so we can walk through it together. So we go to add, and we have to call it something. So camera, like switch or camera swap. Okay. So now the first thing that we do is the sub action, and that is adding an OBS source. Aha, this is very easy, I can tell. Yes, and it just undoes the camera. And then it activates, this is very easy actually. Okay. So I would then have it hide one group's source. Would flip source mean turn one off and turn one on? Is that what that means, you think? We could toy around with it and see. I'm not sure. Over the command, do you want to switch the scene with the one camera? I don't actually know what you're trying to tell me right there. Okay, so if I go to flip source, what does this do? Connection default, scenes. No, we want it in playing. I don't understand what either of you are actually trying to tell me, so I'm just going to continue here. Okay, it is playing. Ah, and it has all of my sources. Oh, that's what that does? That's kind of what I figured. I just wanted to do it in C, so excellent. Okay. So instead, go into OBS Studio, sources, what would it be? The hide groups, hide group sources? Or would I put both cameras in a group and rotate it? Is it rotate source? Or it would go to the next one in the group and then back and forth? Is that how that would work? In OBS, you want to have two identical scenes, but one is with one camera and the, oh, it's, so I just have two identical scenes. I see. Okay. So I need to set up another identical scene. That's not hard to do. I can do that. So here, let's make a cat cam scene. Is that what the idea is then? Okay. So let's add a playing cat. Yeah. Okay, so I need all the sources from this that I use. So I need the chat background source. So I'll need to copy and paste all of this stuff. Okay, so take a sec, guys. And how do you duplicate scenes? Playing, duplicate. Ah, yep. You are now looking at the duplication just like that. It literally just did it. That's so perfect. Thank you. I love you, Prague. Okay. Platonically. Okay. Wonderful. So we're there. Okay, so then this would be the other cam, essentially. But now this is going to be the, whoa, why is it? Oh, hold on. There, okay. What else is, what am I trying to move here? There, okay. So we need to be able to activate this and see if it works. Now we're going to see if we can actually make this happen. So we want to go from here to here. Playing to playing 2. Okay. So now that we've got this, let's go back to the display capture. So camera swap. So how do we do this? Okay. So add an OBS Studio scene. No, is it sources? Flip. No. If I go to scenes, it's get scene item properties, hide scene sources, set random scene source visible. None of these seem correct. Nothing is obviously the thing that I was assuming if I just go to scene, it would say like turn off scene, turn on scene. I'm just surprised I'm not seeing that. Okay, all right.
Reward even further and add more things like
My favorite Suikoden song on. Set active scene, that's what it is? Okay. You want set active scene. Okay. Add OBS Studio. Set. So that option doesn't appear for me. What am I missing? Under recording? Oh, sorry, under recording. Sorry. Oh, set active scene. Okay. I thought it would be a pop-out one. My bad. So I set it, and then the trigger is what to do with it? Set, and then I go into the trigger. Is that the next thing here? And then OBS Studio scene changed? Change the scene to playing 2? Is this it? No, that would be what to tell it to do the trigger. That I'm thinking about it incorrectly. I need to delete that. Under Twitch channel point reward. Okay. But no, this is a sub, remember? Triggers are, yeah. So I want it to set my active scene, but I haven't told it what to change to here. Have I? I don't feel like this was correct. Was this correct? What I did here? Sure. We can try it first as a channel point redemption. I don't care. All right. That's not a bad point. So channels changed. Yeah, to see if it works. That's a good idea. Okay. Wait, channel points. Hold on. I'm not able to find something's going on here. Channel points? Why can't I find channel points? Oh. No. Is it a reward redemption? Is that it? Yeah, a reward redemption does it. Okay. of what do we want to do? Wait. Of Pet Abby. Okay. Wait, Pet Abby's a lot of points. Oh, I didn't do create, did I? Of Pet Abby. Pet Abby's kind of expensive though. Here, hydrate. Yeah, create a new one. Okay, description, swaps, scenes. Oh, am I making the redemption? Is that what I'm doing here? I'm creating a new one, right? Okay, got it. Okay, I thought I was going to pick one from mine. That's what this guy was trying to tell me. You're not going to be doing that. Let's make it cost 500 channel points. Max, you can swap it unlimited times per stream. Max users per stream. Global cooldown, you cannot, you want some value for changing it, so it needs to be left for 5 minutes. So let's go 300 seconds. And let's give it a nice color. Abby likes that color. Like her eyes, the color of her beautiful eyes. Okay. Create. Okay. I misspelled it, but camera swap. Now you need to add it in your Twitch dashboard. So you guys can see this still. Hold on. I want to edit this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Edit trigger. But when I go into edit trigger, it goes into. If I want to edit this reward, how do I do that? Because it goes into create. Do I have to redo it? Is that what it's asking me? Because I don't want to redo it. I just want to edit it. Can I not do that? Do I have to like start over? Which is, I do, okay. It's good, I'm learning by repetition. Yeah, okay, I keep hitting okay. It's gonna take me a while to stop doing that. Okay, we need to rename it something that, create reward. Wait, hold on. Okay, so this is, yeah, just go into create reward, got it. This is the reward name. It annoyed me, it was wrong. Spelled wrong. We're gonna go here. We're gonna make it we're gonna make it 10 channel points for today, 100, sure. Go to the left side bar, Twitch, and the first is channel point rewards. Oh, okay. Max per stream, 10,000. Cooldown is just 5 seconds. Hold on, stop yelling, stop talking to me for a second, okay? I'm just trying to do this. And then we're good. Create. Okay. So now it should only have a 5-second cooldown. Oh, it won't swap back? So I need to do another one to swap it back? Because I was waiting for you guys to do it again. You have to add another trigger. Okay, so there's like one to do it, and then one to undo it. Okay, got it. So now we're gonna set up another one, correct? So now look on the left side. You can do it in one. Okay. So now what? But now tell me what you want me to do. Twitch. Okay. Channel point rewards. Here they are. Yeah. Oh, this is where you can edit it. Got it. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Okay. So like I can delete this one now. Thank you for teaching me that. Okay. And then back to actions. And now if we can do it in one Dreamer, how do I make that happen? What is the additional step that I need to be taking here? Go to sub, actions. Okay. I am waiting very patiently. I'm gonna refill my water. Right click, add core. Add core. Delay. You can enter a variable in either field or a number. The value is in milliseconds. Why don't they do seconds? All right, so what is this? How long till it undoes itself? That's what this is, isn't it? Until it reverses back to the main scene. This works perfect. Yeah. As long as you don't want it left permanently on the other one until someone changes it, this would work. So it would like serve to activate the Abby cam for, let's say, 5 minutes of time, right? Or 10 minutes of time. Is that the way to think about what we're doing here? It's the wait time for the move to the next action. Oh, okay. So how long would we want an Abby cam to be for? Let's just say 10 minutes. Now how many milliseconds is 10 seconds? It is 60. Are you correct? Yeah, there are 10,000 milliseconds in 10 seconds, so 60,000. Good job. Okay. GG. Smarter at math than I am. I don't know how many milliseconds are in a second. It could have been 1,000, could have been 10,000. I have no idea. Okay. So we now have a delay, but that's not enough. Now we need to say what to do after the delay. Is there another layer here? I think there has to be, right? For this to be finished. Yes, okay. So it swaps scenes, it delays for 10 minutes, and then we need it to set active scene again and do the exact same thing, correct? To the opposite scene. So we go to add OBS, set active scene. Instead of starting, we go to playing, and I'm actually done. And you guys go ahead and try it. Wait, never mind. What I need to do... Sorry. I'm going to set the delay for a different delay so that it'll go back without us having to wait 10 minutes. How long is like 10 seconds? Let's go. What is 10 seconds, Tech? It would be 1,000. Let's try that. Okay. It should be saved. Do it again. Go ahead and try it. Oh, yes. This is cool. This is cool. I know. Okay. So that was like 1 second or something then. So we want to edit this then. Yeah, thank you, thank you. This is a lot of fun. For 60,000 seconds again. Random, interesting. Now, obviously don't do it, but hey, Sudeska.
Nice work.
Thanks for the tier 1. I appreciate you. We're trying, we're learning here. Okay, so we have officially learned how to turn on a cat cam. Once we have a cat cam to set up. However, we don't have a cat cam yet, so we have at least the ability to do it. And that's great. That is fucking great. Okay. Well, we've done a lot today, guys. And how long have I been streaming for? Yeah, you might be interested in trying this out. Where I'm at right now is like, man, I've learned a lot today. I wonder if I just want to like stop. This is a third-party app called Streamer.bot that I've been learning about for quite a while here. To start the day, we spent like an hour setting the mic up the correct way. We then spent another like half an hour setting up the new stream room here. Last night I turned everything around, so I'm trying to get advice from chat. The TV over there, we've decided needs to go up about 6 inches, and that's fucking perfect probably. And then we need to figure out what to do with that space behind me. The answer is we just need to hide the cord. And we just need to like start putting cool shit here. That is the community shit or our shit or whatever we want, you know, cool gaming stuff. Yeah, I actually like where this is heading today too. It's been a work in progress, but I kind of like how it's coming together. That is an Abby cubbyhole that I would hope she might eventually want to live in, but you know, it might not be a good spot. It also might encourage her to not hang out on the cam spot. So I think we might want to get rid of that actually. And what is over here is you can see actually.
My shit.
Is this cat tree now. Hey Echo, thanks a lot for the sub. Also, you can import other extensions to the bot too. So I think I'm gonna have the cat cam probably live in the corner over here is what I'm gonna do. I should actually turn this on also. This other RGB. Okay, cool. Now, there it can be seen. Okay, and Abby's cat tree is going to live in the corner now, where I actually expect her to kind of. And the cat tree right now is just off of there, and I think what I'm gonna do is set a camera up on the wall. No, I'm gonna do that today too. Thanks for reminding me. I had forgotten that, and that's something I should definitely do. And then you'll activate a view of the cat tree, I think. So we're gonna leave that there so Abby can start to hang out while I stream, I hope. Will be the next thing now. We need her to get like to establish her like domain, you know. So now that the cat tree's in the right spot, this is a good start. Like here, if you guys want to see the cat tree situation, this is okay. So I guess the next question is, what do we have left to fix for the stream? What is there left to do? I'll not touch my camera again. There we go. That's good. Okay. So for the multi-stream, this is the best program. Now, the first thing I'm going to need to do is make accounts, aren't I? It's funny, that angle kind of, I got off a little bit. Closer or farther? Don't need an account on Atrium. Oh, okay, fantastic. Well, let's go ahead and... I guess now that this is done, I can shut this down. You use Atrium, it's fun to use and pretty straightforward. Excellent. Let's do this, Rooney. Okay, we're gonna set up multi-streaming on TikTok today, which I don't have an account for. And all that stuff. So, hold on. Am I sure I want to close? Yes. I do. Okay. So, check out this link here. Atom. Stream bigger, stand out with multi-streaming. You can download the Stream Suit or you can download Vertical plus Stream Suit. There's two options for you. Okay. What would you recommend that I do? Do you have a recommendation? It is $5.49 a month. It has a free trial. You use the Stream Suit, but it changes your OBS look. I don't know if I'd want to change my OBS look. No, it's free. So, where do I find... Go on products. Which one should I go to? Vertical, if I don't want to change OBS. For OBS Studios 32+, long gone are the days of manually editing clips or TikTok or YouTube Shorts. You need to download Vertical and Multi-Stream, okay. The Atom Vertical plugin makes it simple to create vertical layouts of your existing OBS setup. Ready to record and go live at the click of a button. Looking to go live on a different platform? No problem. It supports multi-streaming just from the vertical canvas and not even the non-vertical resolutions. Okay. Download Vertical for free. Open it, go through the installation, you're done. Go away. Okay. Fine. I mean, I don't care. Just install it. Okay, finish. I don't know where it installed it, but okay. And now for the multi-stream. Yep. Okay. Multi-streaming shouldn't be difficult. It makes that a reality. The plugin lets you go live on as many platforms as possible completely free. Stop paying for expensive multi-streaming services and make use of your internet bandwidth. Okay. I probably have to restart OBS. That's okay. Don't even worry about it. That's just part of the day today. I have already considered today to be a throwaway stream. I do not care about any viewership numbers whatsoever. I mean throwaway in the kindest way. That you guys are not worthy. You are not supposed to be thrown away. You guys are awesome, but you know what I mean. Like, if we gotta shut down OBS, it's fine. No big deal. So let's download this. Okay. Yeah, you trash pandas. Get the fuck out of here. How dare you help me set up? Alright, we got the multi-stream here. They want more money from me. You're not gonna get it. I've spent too much money lately. I'm sorry. I wish I could pay you, but I can't. Okay. So now that I've done that, okay, bye, P-Town, you suck. Now that I've done that, let me help you create the bin so you can throw us out with it. I know. So now that I've done that, reopen OBS and you should see, oh, it's just reopen OBS and it works perfectly. There's no like open the programs or anything. It's just a native thing built into OBS. Is that cool? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I figured it was some like side thing, like accompanied OBS. It is in, oh wow, okay. So now I need to reset it, okay. Do we know that? I mean, is there any chance it's just like over here working? Is there any chance that's the case? Where would I go to find this stuff now? I think you know I need to